sacrifice your life.
This is row 1, seat 1.
Well, this is nice. When did we start doing this? Nobody told me about this. I thought everything sucked now. Do you have a car?
You get COVID? It's over. COVID said, oh, I see you having a good season. It'd be a shame if I knocked over the microphone for those listening and not watching the video.
Like, I think Sean could pull off the hair. I think he could definitely pull off the hair.
Not the color.
But not the color or the thickness. Maybe the thickness.
All of Cam's passes from this past game at Buffalo, nothing was further than 20 yards down the field. Everything was 19 yards and below. Why?
What? I've never shot heroin before, but I can probably figure it out. I've seen the people that do, and they're not that bright.
I
really do love that we always
how
end it
far,
on a bok bok.
How far back do we have to go for the bok thing?
2014, dude.
Dude, is that
No,
like...
because you've said it. You've said it since I was here.
That's the original. That,
yeah,
that,
I know,
the
but
original
I'm saying
one
like you've definitely said it.
the
Since
original
I've been
one's-
here.
Yeah, that was like my
Damn old,
rant of like when everybody was so far up Russell Wilson's ass, and the Legion of Boom, everyone's like, this defense might win 14 championships in a row, and they won one.
They should have won 2, but you know, goal line.
They go
pass,
sacrifice their
yeah.
life.
Yeah, legit. Except they had a monster and they didn't use him.
Facts.
Too bad.
Yeah, they had the chance. They had the chance. Welcome, everybody. Row 1, seat 1, Joey Fats Radio. I am your host, Joey Fats. With me, as always, Mr. Sean Betancourt and Darkness. Got a good little show here planned for you. We got a bunch of stuff to get into.
Good little show.
Good little show.
Meaty
If
show.
you are looking for the, if you want to listen live, you don't want to tie up your phone through Facebook, there is an audio-only stream in the description of the show. You can click mixler.com/Joey-Fats. That will bring you right over to the live stream for audio only, so you can listen to the show without having to, be on Facebook the entire time, which I know is a really, really big pain in the ass. So you can go ahead, do that, and make sure you give us a share and a like. We're still not back on New Bedford Guide. My account is still restricted. So we'll
cucking like a cuck dude.
have to wait a little while longer. We do have some videos to play for you tonight. We don't know if we're going to be able to play all of them because the Golf Channel is being very stingy with their content.
First of all, why?
Why?
They don't even own that. That wasn't even theirs.
Yeah, it was Golf Channel.
Yeah, it was their interview.
Yeah, it was pre-recorded.
Wait. It was theirs. Yes.
No, that'd be a little bitches about it.
Microphone seem like it's so midget. Oh, I know why. Because it's midget.
This is something you want to capitalize on. You want the traction from this. Golf's like, no, keep this under
Not
wraps.
golf, dude.
No.
Golf is a different
Golf
beast,
is
bro.
a high-class sport.
Man, no.
Very snooty.
Ain't
Very
nobody-
Bro,
about that shit.
yes. Bingo. I didn't want to use the word, but yes, they are the people that walk with their noses in the air, and just so they can sniff more wine than you can.
Does it have legs?
No, but it does have. They will sniff their own farts out of wine glasses. I know for a fact.
And they go, It's
so we'll
it's
get
a melody of different.
We'll get into some
mixtures.
PGA golf drama, both on and off the course. Obviously, Phil Mickelson, dude, he was pretty special. We'll talk some NFL. We'll get into Julio Jones rumors. We do have the video, the Shannon Sharp video.
As soon as you said Julio Jones, I was waiting for Sean to just like.
We'll get into that. We will get into a little bit of NBA playoff action. Lakers play Game 2 tonight against the Suns.
Oh yeah,
Brooklyn
how
and-
was that first game one?
Brooklyn
man?
and Celtics are currently underway. I believe it was a 30-18 game when I last checked it.
Going into the half.
46-26.
40-26.
Oops.
Close.
So 14-point game.
I'll get you
Doesn't
straight.
matter.
It's going about as I think the people expected. But,
Oh yeah.
but we'll talk about that in a little bit because I listen. I'm just saying, don't be surprised if the Celtics make it a series.
I don't think they're gonna make it. I mean, they'll win a game, maybe.
I think I get 2.
Maybe.
This coming from the guy that said the Celtics got swept by the Cavs.
They did.
Just shut up. Move on.
They got swept in 7.
I
Move on.
shockingly nailed the Western Conference playoffs last week. I said I want the kids, and the kids said,
Oh yeah,
"Got
no,
your
Ja.
wish."
I mean, once Ja had that first quarter against Steph, it was like, oh,
we gotta,
Warriors are gonna lose.
Yo, we gotta queue up that Barkley video I sent too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got
Barkley losing money on FanDuel. You ain't from America?
He's like, dude, you cost me money, son.
He asked him, "You're not American.
You're Canadian.
that. No, I'm from Canada, bro. So anyway, let's dive right into it, guys. Let's get into this. Let's get into the PGA stuff real quick here because it was pretty funny in a lot of ways. It was very amusing.
Well, first, before we get into the antics, Lefty had himself a weekend.
He sure did.
Oldest to win the event.
Yeah.
Is it the oldest?
Oldest to win a major.
Oldest to win a major.
Oldest to win a major.
50 years old.
But I think he's the oldest to win that particular event as well.
Probably. I mean, he's the oldest to win a major. He has to be the oldest to win that event.
He's only 50?
He's 50.
He seems older.
Well, Mickelson came out a couple of years before Tiger did.
I know, but it feels like he's been around for like 40
He came out,
years.
94? Tiger was
like
96?
30 years he's been around.
94 for Phil? 92?
Yeah, something like that.
I think I came out of my mother's uterus and he was already like putting on the green, and I was like, oh, okay.
Now, I feel like a lot of people confuse Phil with Greg Norman somehow. Because you know how Phil always wears a hat?
Yeah, that ain't
Greg
it.
Norman always.
Greg
had
Norman
that.
always had the shark hat.
shark
Right,
hat,
yes,
you know
of
what I mean?
course. But yeah, so
but yeah,
I mean,
he had he had
congrats
himself-
to Lefty. He
yeah,
had
it was
himself a
a-
weekend.
It was a really cool scene out there too because you had they let the gallery fill in behind him after the last group played through, and they let him walk behind the the players.
Derek says he could barely hear us.
Really? Did he turn up his volume?
Did you turn up your volume? Rude.
Oh. Send me a private message, so I'm just checking. But yeah, no, he definitely, like we were saying, he definitely had himself a weekend.
Yeah, no,
Great play.
It was one of those instances where it was just a cool scene to see because you had the whole
The galley.
the gallery and everybody else was there and Brooks Koepka obviously was bitching and complaining about that too because that's what Brooks Koepka does and it is what it
Such a
is.
bitch.
He is a little bit of a bitch. He
Oh,
is.
wow. That just got way louder.
Yeah, well, I don't know why there was like some knobs that were turned in different directions than they normally are. So hopefully that fixes some issues if there isn't.
Differenta.
But anyway, so Phil wins it, which was really neat to see. It's always nice. I think he was like 1 to 2,500.
Yeah,
to win?
he didn't have any odds to win this at all.
1 to 250, I think it was.
High. It was really
and
high.
it was 250 to 1, and one person, I think only like 9 people bet on him at this particular sports book, and only one. The biggest bet was $100.
And they still made out like a bandit. But they could have made
But
out with.
they probably.
If
But
that 100 was 1,000.
it was probably one of those things though where they went and bet on like 10 guys, and they were like, all right, like I'll bet on this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy,
And we'll put 100 on.
fuck
Phil.
it, I like Phil. Who knows? Like we'll see what happens. So yeah, it was pretty interesting though. But yeah, he was long odds to win it. He ended up winning. It got a little dicey on 16.
It did.
A little close, but not bad. He held out. He held on. So it was good. Good.
It was a good chip. It was a good chip
a great
out of the rough.
It was a great
Out of
chip.
The tall stuff.
It was very deep rough.
Use
Yes.
some sticks to get some balls and holes, and let's go out of this drama.
No, honestly, I think the funniest thing that I heard that whole broadcast was when it was like the most obvious thing you could say. Like it felt like it was a Hotels.com commercial. And they're like, well, it looks like if he was a righty, this would be a much easier shot.
I love.
And I was sitting there like, wow, is that because there's a tree right in front of him?
Hard hitting journalism.
Wow. I lost my mind watching that. I was like, I don't even want to finish this
I
anymore.
love the contrast right here. You and Joey are just like, wow, you see that putt from behind the tree? If he was a righty, that would have made all. And I'm over here like,
No.
we just get to the drama.
That's what was said
Give
on
me
the
the
broadcast.
Maury.
I'm saying how awful the broadcast became. They said that on the broadcast.
Oh no, I was totally not paying attention to that shit at all.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, Sean wasn't. He was.
Okay, moving along.
He was busy. He was very busy.
But that's what I'm saying. I like the contrast. Like you're into it, and me, I'm just like, man, I can't wait for this Happy Gilmore type shit that's happening off the course.
So I don't know if this is going to.
We might have to mumble in between.
Yeah, so we might have. We'll have to do some stuff because the
Fucking
Golf
Golf
Channel's being a bitch. But so we're gonna play this video first. This is just of somebody in the gallery calling Brooks Koepka Brooksy.
No, Bryson.
No, Brooksy.
No, this is Brooks Koepka.
Brooksy.
This is Brooks.
This is Brooks Koepka teeing off, and somebody says, "All right, Brooksy." Well, we'll just watch
Way to
it.
go, Brooksy.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I think you should be able to clear that, right? All right, Brooksy.
That was a little faint, but what was said was, whoever's calling me Brooksy needs to get out of here. I know you can read it on the screen too, but
It was
funny shit.
it was pretty funny.
I thought that was Bryson DeChambeau.
Yeah, wait,
though.
isn't that DeChambeau?
That's
It might have-
DeChambeau.
it might have
It
been.
is,
No, that is
and they're
DeChambeau.
doing
Somebody-
it to get under his skin.
Okay.
So Everyone's
'Cause-
gonna
well,
do
'cause you
that.
didn't have-
Because I just looked at the swing and I'm like,
Yeah,
nah,
I looked at. I
that's
just looked at it.
Bryson.
Until I was just watching. I was like, wait a minute, that's not Brooks. And that, but he didn't have the.
Brooks didn't wear shorts.
He didn't have the signature hat on either.
Brooks didn't wear
So
shorts.
it had to
this
have been in
weekend.
like a warm up. Like it had to have just been like in a practice.
No, I
round.
don't think so.
No, I think that was a regular.
No, because Bryson wore pants too, unless it was a different day.
It could have been the day before.
Could have been one of the.
Because I don't think
days.
Kepka ever wore shorts. I don't believe.
I don't-
I could be wrong. I only
listen,
watched the set. I only watched the last
They're
one.
100%. People are gonna start doing that now. Like he's gonna be like on a course. Someone's gonna be like Brooksy,
Yeah.
like screaming out from the distance,
Well, there's always so.
like the other video. Aww.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
so this one had me fucking dying. So
This is not the
this is
drama
not the
video.
drama video yet. We're not there yet. This is another one of DeChambeau teeing off, and if you listen very closely, you will
Oh.
hear why this is so funny.
Oh,
Wait,
this
you gotta turn your volume up. Wait till the end.
Yeah, you got to turn your volume way up.
NSFW.
That's a 900. It's not upside down, that's not 600. I was thinking wedge, maybe.
Like so, somebody submitted that to us because they were watching it live, like as it was happening, and you just hear him tee off. You just hear the like out of the galley.
Now listen.
I almost pissed my
When
fucking
you
pants
first
when I
sent me
saw that.
I
I didn't
thought
know.
you shit while watching it. That's because remember I sent the text. I was like, "Did you shit?" And you go, "Yeah." So I thought you were watching golf and you were like, "There's the shot." Steak ass.
No.
So,
I
I
thought
had
you
no
meant,
idea
I
it
thought
was
when
the
you
TV.
said did you shit? I thought you meant did you shit your pants laughing? I was like, yes.
No.
Yes, I did.
I took it as shit your pants laughing.
I thought you shit while you were watching it, and you're like, "That was a funny sound." Like, you know what I'm
No,
saying?
it was just somebody caught it and they sent it. My brother actually, it was my brother that caught it. He sent it to me and he was like, "Dude, did you see this?" And I like, and so that was him laughing, like giggling on
Listen,
the couch like a
that
little
makes
kid.
it all that much more funnier for me now.
Yeah, no
'Cause
kidding.
I thought it was just you pooping.
No.
No, I took it the same way he did. I thought you meant like, did you shit yourself laughing? I took it the same way. I thought you
Yeah,
meant that.
No.
that's how I did it. And
I
I
really
just
meant
I was
did you
dying
shit.
laughing. It was fucking hysterical. It was, we'll watch it one more time. It was funny.
That's a 900. It's not upside
Thanks, it's
down, that's not
DeChambeau.
600. I was thinking wedge, maybe.
Unbelievable.
No, they go. You know what they're doing, right? They're doing the.
Oh yeah, the NSFW.
Yeah. So like everybody, like I was watching like a video the other day. Some guy's like walking through Walmart. He's like, "Attention, Walmart customers, can I get a fucking hiya?" And then all of a sudden you hear from like the other end of the store, hiya.
Yeah. I've seen that.
Like it was so fucking funny. It was I forget the girl's name that started that became a thing from, but it's super funny. But anyway, that was the thing. So now let's get to the drama part. So
All right,
this we
Drama.
might have to talk over a little bit because
I'll do the white man golf commentary over it.
because yeah, if they kill the feed for
Yeah,
this,
you're
we'll be
gonna have
right
to
back.
watch it
But
over
yeah, just bear with it. So
And now we have an interviewer coming on to
here's the
interview.
Okay, everybody. So that's just me, casual white man, interviewing
And this
another
is
white
Brooks
man.
Kepka.
Oh, Brooks Kepka. So here's the important part.
Okay, hold on.
Didn't putt well, but I don't think many guys are going to
Listen,
putt
he's
well with this
crunching
win.
in the
It's
background.
very tough.
Here it comes.
I don't know what other guys have
Oh.
said. Or
Crunch.
I just
Listen,
found
shh.
it difficult
Look
to
at the
read.
eyes.
You know, sometimes.
Hear the crunching? I'm gonna play narrative.
he's so
sometimes,
pissed.
I fucking lost my train of thought. Yeah.
He was so fucking mad.
Oh, you should have continued it because
Yeah,
he
wait,
says it again.
I
know,
don't
but
wanna
I'm-
leave- I don't wanna let it go too long
I'm
'cause
sorry
they'll-
we
they'll-
talked over
they'll
it.
flag it.
I hate those things, but we have to be super sensitive because Facebook, especially Golf Channel, is like up our
they're
ass
just,
right
they're just
now.
taking everything down.
I ran it through on a test broadcast, not even live, and Golf Channel
You think
flagged
you
it.
would play this video for Mars?
Oh, and we got to talk about your boy who didn't get hired either.
Listen, I'm already laughing too much. My back's
Oh,
fucking
Chunk?
screaming at me.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Double honor, Patriot and Asian.
Asian Patriots, Sean's favorite. So that was
we
so
need
that
an
was just
Asian,
that
that's
was
right.
that was apparently so Brooks Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau apparently don't like each other at all.
Just a little bit. First of all,
No,
love this.
I thought it was just Kepka that had the issue.
No.
I had
d-
no idea.
This is the first I've ever heard of this.
That
Me
DeChambeau
too,
had the
and
issue.
I'm all in now.
No, I knew Kepka because the last tournament Kepka was already like,
Now, do you know why?
no.
Because he hates that he's a douchebag that wears metal cleats to get extra traction, so when he hits, he can get extra like momentum into it.
Ah.
He thinks it's really scummy the way he wears cleats. You think it's like a scumbag douche canoe move?
So hearing the clacking of the metal cleats.
No, he just hates that he wears cleats. He thinks he's like a douchebag for.
I mean, Brooks Koepka's a pretty big douchebag
Yeah,
himself.
but wait.
Like he constantly
Well,
whines
that's why
and
he's probably-
complains.
Joey, hold
that's
on.
probably why he's
When you
so
golf,
against
don't
it.
you wear golf shoes with cleats in them?
like metal, like
Not
thick
metal,
metal
though.
cleats.
No, we wear plastic or
No,
rubber.
he wears like
Yeah.
thick metal cleats. To
No, that's what I'm
Shambo.
saying. He wears actual like metal cleats. So when you hear that walking down the thing, like,
That was what I. That's why I thought it
that's
was
why he
funny
was like,
because you could hear it coming, and
Oh,
then
dude,
you
it
see
sounds
the
like a
Shambo
horse.
walk by, and you're like, is there a fucking
Now,
large animal trotting down the pavement?
now we had to talk over it, but apparently,
the answer
if
is
you
yes.
people have magnified the audio, and apparently DeChambeau has, because he's talking about he doesn't know how people can putt on that, like with the weather today. And DeChambeau said something along the lines of, "Oh, you just putt right on the line." Like he made like a cocky comment as he was walking by. That apparently was said to him, and he heard that as well. So it was the clacking and the small, like subtle jab at him as he was walking by that really pissed off Brooks.
Oh, okay.
I love it.
I mean, it's fine. But
I think it's cool.
Brooks Koepka he is like
Oh, he's
a
a
grade
douche.
A asshole.
Yeah,
Love it.
Like douchebag.
Aaron Rodgers.
Not even he's
No,
worse.
no,
So
no,
if you
no.
go back, like what was it, like 2 or 3 years ago, Brooks Koepka was walking out of the clubhouse to go tee off and like completely ghosted his girlfriend, Jenna Sims. Like she like leaned in to give him a kiss, and he was
Yes,
just like,
Nick.
like fucking like ghosted her. And I was just like, what, like embarrassed, and you could see like in her face she was pissed. And it was just like I was like, dude, what a fag! Like what like. How big of a
Careful.
dick do you have to be? What? You can be a fag and not be gay.
I'm saying Facebook
cigarette.
is gonna be like,
Oh, that's
what you
true.
saying?
It's a
That's
cigarette.
true.
I feel like we have that golf guy just constantly watching our show now. He's just like, I wait for one word and click the button and we're off.
You're really
So-
into your heritage.
I
Yeah,
am
that's true.
But
big into it.
I gotta say that too, so that way we don't get the cod.
Yeah, it's true. You guys have that. You have Asian and you have darkness.
I'll never give that up. I don't give a shit when anybody says. Everyone's like, oh, that 23andMe was wrong. And I'll be like, fuck you.
You're like the hell
It's
it
science.
was.
It says
It's science,
I am
bitch.
1% Asian. So
Point.
fuck you.
Point.
Oh, 0.1. Even
You
better.
just made it sound so much worse for you, bro.
Who
No,
ca-
no, no.
it's-
That's fine for us to know.
No. First of all, Keith, we live in America in 2021.
Oh, God.
I identify as my heritage.
Godzilla.
Ignore all the other bad shit that I am, and let's focus on this one positive.
We'll get more into the Asian thing as the show goes
I
along.
People
have-
saw I'm part German,
listen,
they'd freak
listen.
the F out.
I have no words.
None need be said. None need be said. So they have this beef going on. So Koepka's a grade A asshole. DeChambeau, I've never really heard anything bad about. I don't know if he's an asshole or not. But I mean, you play professional golf. Chances are you're an asshole. But I just don't like. I didn't like Brooks Koepka. It's like, dude, like you're just like he tries too hard to be Tiger.
Yes.
And it's like, dude, just shut the fuck up. Like, just go play golf. You're not
Just
Tiger.
shush your mouth. Just
Yeah,
shush.
you're not Tiger. Give your girlfriend a fucking kiss. She's a smoke show. And go fucking hit a golf ball. Like, that's all you got to do.
Probably cheating on her.
And like, people were like, oh, he was in the zone. He was in the zone. He was locked in the zone. I'm like, shut the fuck up. He wasn't in the zone.
Who's this? Teen Titans Go.
Yeah. Like, get the fuck out of here with your zone. But the good news is that Bryson and Brooks have reportedly made up, and we have the photo evidence to prove it.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
so we
look
have-
at that.
we have-
Oh,
there
it's
it is.
wonderful.
Don't
Just
show it
There
to
it
me.
is.
whispering sweet nothings
Yep.
in your
So
ear.
they've made up.
Yeah, look at mine.
They've kissed and made up.
Ready? And sweet nothings in your ear. There you go.
There you go.
see it.
That's all you need to see. That's all you need to know. They're good now.
Hold
They're
on.
good.
Sean's reaction in 3, 2.
In the arms of the angel.
Ooh, McLaughlin. I like it. That's a good one.
So-
But now all of a sudden I feel like I'm watching pets on my TV that are just beaten up and put in cages.
Oh, damn.
Right?
Maybe-
Isn't that
maybe-
the one that she sings on that PETA thing?
Maybe Brooks put him there. You beat the crap out of him with golf clubs.
My golf ball didn't go straight.
This sucks. No, I mean, raging out on the golf course is a pretty normal thing.
Yeah, Joey.
I know. From
I've broken clubs.
Joey's like,
experience.
oh.
Not like over my leg or anything like that. Like
I have a gap wedge.
like, I'm gonna kill this thing. Then I'm like, I just broke the head.
I have a
Yeah.
gap wedge at the bottom of a lake in Daytona right now. So I know a thing or
I
two.
thought you
about-
shot so good there.
I did, but I chunked a ball so hard on a par 5, I bent the shaft on my club,
Oh, okay.
and I just fired it into the water.
All I heard was bent the shaft, and I was like, I stopped listening after that.
That position I laughed. It fucking hurt
I
so
bent
bad.
the shaft, and the club was no good. I stopped after I bent
Easy
the shaft.
Bill.
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing. I was just like, and chunked, and I looked at it. I was like,
And gadoosh.
But all right,
Fuck.
let me. sorry for your loss. F. What's gonna happen with? I mean, golf needs this. No, golf
big
needs
time.
the
It's
drama.
great for golf.
It's great. I'm more interested in
absolutely
this
great.
than anything else. Phil Mickelson. Yeah. I thought you were like
No,
75.
I mean Phil. That's cool.
So this was actually a really good weekend for golf because you had the imagery of Phil winning, the crowd behind him walking up as he was finishing up. Then you had the drama between Brooks and DeChambeau, who, probably going to be around for a little while. And, it's good when guys genuinely don't like each other. Like, a rivalry is fun,
Absolutely.
but it's more fun
Well,
when guys don't like each other.
Think about this. That was Tiger, Phil.
But Tiger and Phil didn't personally dislike each other.
Yeah, it was like not medical. What the
Or at least not to this degree. Not to
They
like
didn't personally hate each other.
they weren't going out to eat
but-
on the weekends, but
On the course, they were just like, get the fuck away from me.
Well, yeah.
that was different. It was like Manning and Brady. Like, yeah, they didn't, but
No,
they were,
Manning and Brady used to hug.
yeah, they were buddies.
No, but not on the field. In the field, they didn't like each other. But off the field, they were like close
The second
friends.
the whistle blew,
They were friends.
they'd be like, hey.
Yeah, exactly.
No. They'd finish 18, and Tiger and Phil would go like this. Like, they never followed each other. They never went
That's
near
fine.
each other.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, because they were both mega stars. You know what I mean? It's like you don't want to be next to the guy. You're not trying to outshine. You're trying to shine on your own, not have this guy like take away from it. So, but yeah, they weren't like buddy, but they weren't. But they weren't like this, like where they were like talking
No,
shit
but
about
like
each other.
in the sense that it's good for golf, it like gives like the next round of guys.
Well, yeah,
to-
because now people are looking at their schedules, going, all right, like, what's
we
the
get to
next
see-
tournament?
We get to see these two assholes go at it.
Yeah, we get to see these guys go at it again.
Now,
like,
can
this
they
would be
partner
sweet.
them up in like the Ryder Cup, whatever the hell it is?
Well, they were playing in the Ryder Cup.
the
They would play
Ryder
for the
and the
same team.
Presidents, right?
The Ryder Cup is just the U.S. versus the Europe.
So could they be in the same team?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both U.S.
That would be so awesome.
I don't think. No, they've already denounced the
Dude.
teams, didn't they?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
I thought they put it through. I know.
Dysfunctional
What's his
tag
name?
team.
Scott wants Woods to be a captain.
Yes.
I saw that. So that was pretty cool. I think Davis Love is still a captain.
How's Tiger Woods doing?
Rehab.
He was at a course. Yes, there was a picture
Yeah,
of him with a
rehabbing.
Wheelchair?
full leg cast, riding around in the golf cart,
Yeah.
Oh,
watching his kid.
I think he's gonna be Professor X. Just rolling around. I don't know. Could be.
I love how you went right to the cartoon. It's great.
Oh, I love the cartoon theme.
Dude, I still watch it on Disney Plus.
Hell yeah.
I show my kids all the time. This is how Daddy got on.
It's so choppy. It's
I'm like,
you
yes.
shut
I'm
your
like,
mouth.
it's
That was
awful.
drawn.
But I was like, look at Wolverine.
It was drawn by
Such a badass.
15-year-olds that worked 75
And
hours
now they're
a week.
watching the X-Men movies with me. It's great.
Yeah.
So they haven't announced the team yet, but
Oh,
the current,
Good.
right now the current standings it would be the top 6. So you'd have Shoffley, Morikawa, Koepka, Thomas, DeChambeau, and Johnson.
Oh, give me those two teams.
So,
Now, didn't wait? Who
Spieth
was
would
it
be
that
on the
missed the cut this
outside.
weekend? That was huge. Was
LeBron
it?
James.
Was it? It wasn't Dustin Johnson. What's the other
It
one?
was Rory, wasn't it? Didn't
Rory
Rory?
Fox?
miss?
No.
Was
It was
it
somebody-
Spieth?
It was the guy. It was somebody that was like really high up last year.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
Oh
about.
my God!
I can't
Was
remember.
it? Was it DJ? Or was it Justin Thomas?
DJ
I
Khaled?
think it was Justin Thomas.
I think it was Justin Thomas.
Dude, I have no idea these golfers.
But yes, so he won the event last year. He came like second place last year.
The
and he
Asian
missed
dude?
cut. No, God.
When did the Asian dude win? Was that this year?
That was Dustin Johnson.
Dustin Johnson.
Yeah.
All right.
The Asian dude win this year? Was that this year?
Yeah, that was the Masters. Bless you.
Oh, God.
So that was the Yeah,
Excuse
so
me.
Justin Johnson missed the cut, but he's not even. That was a weird one. PGA Championship 4 days ago.
Well, damn.
Big
Yeah,
names
that's
that missed
crazy.
it.
DJ.
Yep.
He was like the number one, wasn't he?
I think he is number 1 still.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy.
Justin Thomas also missed, apparently.
Crazy. All right, so we can move
All
on
right.
from golf.
So, on to what do you want to do next? You want to do football, basketball?
Yeah, look at Sean. He's just smiling, waiting to talk some bullshit.
All right, well, let's
I feel
do some
I
football
feel like
then.
that dog that sits on the stairs and just smiles at his owner.
Julio.
So the big rumors, Sean, big rumors. Julio Jones
rumor.
is rumored to be on the move out of Atlanta. His words as well, which we have a video to show you that will also prove that. And he's out of Atlanta, and the rumor has it he wants to go to New England to play with Cam. Now, I think that might be a little bit bullshit because I can't imagine anybody watching Cam Newton last year and saying, that's the guy I want to go play with.
Man,
But that if
my boy has potential.
But when it's your boy, it's your boy.
But it's your boy, right? So
And not just that, but
it
they've
could
probably
be true.
thrown and caught. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's probably like, all right, he can hit me. Like, I ran 35 yards and he hit me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They compete against each other in college. They came into the league the same time, and they always played in the same division. So there was always like that mutual respect, and they've they figured maybe down the line they'd play together at some point. I guess this is it. I can't believe. I know other people have said it, and I forgot who the reporter was, if it was Albert Breer, or if it was Mike Giardi, or whoever it may be, came out and said that Julio's a little skeptical of the arm strength of Matt Ryan. He's lost a little zip on his ball.
And you want to go play with Cam?
And that was my rebuttal and have you seen Mr. Cameron Newton?
Yeah, like seriously.
Well, that's kind of why it was a little bit of a head scratcher. Now, I get Julio said he wants to go somewhere where he can win. That makes sense, which New England would make good sense for that. Obviously, it's a good franchise, and you have a good shot at winning. But if you're a Julio Jones and you want to win now.
But Julio they said it was Cam and Bill is what he was
right.
saying. So that's
who the
a
hell
whole
wouldn't
different
want to
case.
go play for Bill?
A lot of people, actually.
Not when you're 32, 33 years old as a wide receiver.
But, again,
Work for Randy.
You got to think about that. Like,
I always go
Julio's
back to
gonna be
Vegas.
33 this year.
Yes, he is.
So
Last year he was hurt.
You have a 2 to 3 year window to still be on an NFL team.
Oh, it worked for Moss.
I'm not saying to be a starter, but on any other NFL team, this is your starter year. Next year, yeah. The year after that,
I don't know. I mean, we're talking about a guy who's averaged 96 yards a game for his career. He's not really showing any signs of slowing down.
The only
But
time you can say
look
that was last year when he got hurt.
Look at it.
But yeah, he
injuries,
got nicked up last year. But that was
the older you get, the harder it is to recover from injuries. The longer it takes, to recover all that bullshit. Like, it shows.
And I think he saw that last year when he's like, you know what?
I'm getting beat up for nothing.
I'm getting beat up, and we're nowhere close to where we should be.
Yeah.
Facts.
And that's why he wants to move on.
And it makes sense.
And it seems like the Ravens, I'm sorry. It seems like the Falcons have said, okay, we're in a little bit of a money crunch too, so
See ya.
one hand washes the other. Plus, we drafted a potential replacement in Kyle Pitts, who is a monster body and a fast guy.
You and
great
I had
hands.
actually touched on that on the
on
show.
the draft show. Yes, we did. So, I believe that it's going to be the Patriots and only the Patriots. And the reason why I feel like that, because I always go back to Vegas. Vegas never lies. Either someone put a stupid amount of money down
Which could
on
have
Julio
happened.
Jones, which could have happened, but the Patriots went from plus 400 to minus 250 overnight.
Where's San Francisco on that list?
Like number 3. They're behind the Titans.
I still think San Francisco's a spot for
It's
them.
three places. It's Patriots, Titans, 49ers. Everybody else is eliminated. I don't care what anybody else says. Joey, people have brought up the Broncos and Rodgers and Julio.
I don't see him going to Denver. That doesn't make any sense.
There's a lot
The
of
only way
bullshit
that he
there.
goes to Denver is if one of those pieces are a way to get Rodgers.
Yes, of course.
That's the only way he moves to get
That's
Denver.
the only
Yeah,
way.
if they end up trading, maybe Jerry Judy's part of that, or Cortland Sutton's part of that.
Or Hamlin.
No, Hamler. I doubt that Green Bay would be that high on Hamler, but who knows?
Well, you're trying to put young guys around a young quarterback, so
Right.
they can grow. I mean, you got to look at it on Green Bay's end,
Mm-hmm.
like you know what I'm saying.
But
So,
no,
I
the
mean,
Denver thing doesn't really make any
I
sense. 'Cause why would you?
honestly,
If you're
I
Denver, why
think-
would you invest that
I
money?
think if you're Julio, you either want to go to San Francisco or you want to go to New England. San Francisco, you get Shanahan back. You thrived under him when you were in Atlanta.
Sure did.
He left, your numbers went down, your team sucked. He went to San Francisco, he brought them right back to where they needed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Made it to the Super Bowl once, that team was in place. You add Julio Jones to that team's there, that's a Super Bowl team.
And I see Nick in the chat. Nick, those are a good question. He wouldn't mind seeing him on the Colts.
The Colts would make sense for him
Colts
to be
make
a
a
winner.
ton of sense.
Now,
For
Pat,
a winner.
Pat, if you ever want to watch McAfee? How do you say it?
Pat McAfee.
Pat McCaffrey.
McCaffrey. Okay.
McAfee.
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 Damn it. Pick
McAfee.
one.
McAdoo?
McAfee.
Pat, whatever, was on his own show texting the GM, Ballard, and saying, we need to be on this guy.
Oh,
We need to-
he's been on the Julio Jones to Indy train
We
since
have
day
we
one.
have the money. It's another weapon for Carson. Carson looks good. He's all aboard it. And apparently the Colts are just not interested.
It doesn't make
Well,
any sense.
they might be worried that Julio's going to come in with that like prima donna type of shit that they don't have on their team right now.
Or maybe they just said, he already specifically said, Julio's apparently, again, has said Patriots and Tennessee are his two favorites. Maybe they think, if he already has his mind made up, why are we going to try to trade assets for this man? And he doesn't really want to even be here.
But as long as he gets in the door and he does what
Or
he's supposed
maybe
to do, who cares?
he's like Sean and he hates Carson Wentz.
I wouldn't go to the Colts. Of course, I'm not an NFL athlete.
You know
I
what
think-
that
I think
was,
it
you know
makes
what
sense.
that was right there? That was me going to Sean and be like, can I get a layup?
But if I was an NFL athlete and they said Carson Wentz or Cam Newton and no arm, I'm going, Cam.
Yeah, but Nick just made a good point. Carson's strength is the deep ball.
Carson's strength is the deep ball.
Show me that last year.
Carson needs a guy like.
Guy, don't get me started on Philly.
I'm just saying.
Look, you put all the blame on Philly on Carson Wentz, and I can't do that. Philly was fucking
Philly's
trash.
terrible.
Yes, they were terrible, but Carson Wentz was a big part of that trash.
I seen Carson Wentz trying to make plays when there was no plays to be made, and he was still like, I don't care if I die, I'm going to try to make this play.
If he doesn't work out in the Colts, I told you in the offseason, if he doesn't work out with the Colts, his career's over.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
duh. Wow, Sean, that was a great.
But he's
fucking
back with
insane
Frank Reich,
narrative.
so it'll probably
That's what I
work.
mean.
I think it will
But
work.
I think Julio to an Indy makes a lot of sense. I think Julio to New England makes a lot of sense. Tennessee would make a lot of sense. San Francisco would make a lot of sense.
San Francisco's the for him. If it's not Bill, it's Kyle.
I think all those teams have a lot of reasons to go out and get a guy like Julio
You know
Jones.
what I'm almost wondering? Why wouldn't a team like Baltimore or Pittsburgh, like a team like that, they have weapons, they have like playmakers, but they don't have that guy that puts them over the top. Like,
I don't know.
Like
Baltimore.
Juju took the step back. Claypool didn't do like what you thought he was going to do for a whole season. What's his face had so many drops last year on Pittsburgh, and then Baltimore, you got Hollywood Brown and a tight end.
And maybe Dez again. Maybe.
Perhaps.
Yeah,
But I don't know
what's
Baltimore.
going to get
Baltimore
you
might be
third downs every other week.
Baltimore might be cash strapped. Pittsburgh definitely is. Pittsburgh can't afford shit.
Pittsburgh's strapped for cash. That's not really Pittsburgh's MO either. They don't go out and get guys like Julio
No, I know
Jones.
they
draft
go
them.
through the
and
draft.
they draft
I
wide
know.
receivers like crazy.
But think
so.
about this though: you got Big Ben, that's pretty much on his last leg. The guys that he has are the same guys.
Been on his last leg.
Yeah, but he still performed though.
If
like,
Big Ben was a pencil, he'd be right. He's got
he's got that
you're-
last.
you're holding
that
on to
last-
the metal part.
Yeah, right.
to write with him at this point.
But think about this though: he's going to have the same squad that he had last year, and they didn't accomplish it. Why wouldn't you want to be like, hey, you know what, Ben? You and Julio can have a year or two together. Let's fucking win a Super Bowl. Like, where would there's going to be some process in there where you think about it, like, hey, we know how to draft, we know how to do this. We can get rid of a wide receiver that we have, throw them to Atlanta to sweeten up the deal, give them a second round draft pick with the young kid, and get us over the top.
I don't know.
It's the same thing in
Baltimore does it. Baltimore's same thing though. That's not really their MO.
It's not their MO, but it gets them over the top.
Does it though? I mean, when was the last time a wide receiver got somebody over the top?
We've
I'll
talked
tell you,
about this.
2004.
Well, no.
And technically
what about,
didn't get him over the top. It was almost.
I mean,
Philly lost the Super Bowl that year. They
Yeah.
should have won it, but T.O. broke his leg in Week 13 because
and they still.
Roy Williams was like,
You know,
fuck
tug
your
on
leg.
Superman's cape.
Yeah.
he ripped him down.
No, but I'm saying like a guy like a Julio, Terrell Owens. That's the same type of a mold guy, right?
But Julio was. But you got to look at it this way too. Like Philly was a team that was knocking on the door for 4 years in a row at that point.
Yes.
3 years in a row.
Yes.
And then in the NFC Championship game, and they were just like, okay, we need just one more little thing. You look at Baltimore and you're like, okay, great, they get Julio Jones, but is Lamar really the guy?
No.
You know what I mean? Like, is he even going to be able to? Is he going to be able to maximize Julio's
But wouldn't
abilities?
that be your best chance to see if he is?
But
No.
the thing is do you need to give up the money and the assets to get Julio Jones?
What are you going to have Julio for a year or two?
Right,
I
but-
mean,
but-
so
but
you're
I'm
only,
saying
but
is-
you're not in my eyes. You're not sacrificing a long time to see if you can get a really short good gain. You're not going to be strapped to Julio for 6 years.
Right, but what I'm saying is that if you're Baltimore, right, and you're only going to get, say you're only going to get to here with Julio, you can get, even though Julio is capable of up here, you're only going to get to here because he's being held back by Lamar. So why do you invest the resources into a guy like that when you can go get another guy that's cheaper, is going to get you to the same results that Julio would have? But you can now take those assets and resources and move them around
No,
and
I
put them
get
in
it.
other spots.
I get it.
Because
But
the
I
thing
just
is
think
with
the
him is
gap
like
between
Lamar
Julio and the next guy you can get is so great that you almost have to take the chance.
It's like it's like taking it's like upgrading a turbo. You know what I mean? Like, okay, yeah, I could put a really big turbo in this car, but I'm only going to gain a half a second in the quarter, or I can go do X, Y, Z, 10 million other things and gain 3/4 of a second. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't kind of have one without the other. It's not a great analogy, but you get where I'm going with this.
I was like, half a second's kind of a big deal.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm saying relatively speaking, but like,
No, but I
there's
get what
only
you're
so
saying,
much.
but-
Like that motor can only spin
All right,
get so much out of a
no,
turbo.
I
so
get it, but, like-
you put in a smaller one, and then you get the bigger one, and you're still only getting what you would have got out of the smaller one anyway.
So, Who does Julio, of the teams we named, turn into an instant Super Bowl contender? Not a winner, a contender to get
San
to the Super Bowl.
Francisco.
San Fran would be probably my number one because I
think
think
San Fran would
Jimmy
be number one.
Jimmy could really use a guy like him.
Now,
Kittle.
I don't think NFC, right. I like that matchup a lot, which is why I feared San
You'd
Francisco
have
actually getting him.
Debo, Julio, and Kittle. And then
Yes.
you still have Ayuk running in the slot.
And Ayuk is phenomenal.
That's a fucking insane core for Jimmy
Absolutely.
G. Plus, you still have the running game that's ridiculous.
And
Yeah.
you have I almost said Trey McGill. You have Trey Lance in the wings now.
Which
rocket arm.
even if they turn to Trey Lance, that Julio would instantly make him look better. I think San Francisco, if he wants to win, is probably one, if not 1A.
The only reason why so San Fran makes a lot of sense, but San Fran has of those places, like look at so all the teams we named,
Oh, so we just named San Fran. What's the next one?
I would say New England would be next.
I
would say
think
New
New
England,
England
too.
because for one, he wants to,
The
and for
only-
two, it does put them over the top.
The only reason I'm going to flip-flop New England over San Fran is for strictly the only reason that Atlanta doesn't want to send them within the division.
Correct.
Yep.
Now, I could make the same argument
Within
against
the
the Patriots
conference,
conference, thank you, within the same conference, but I can make the same argument for the Patriots side where if you trade Julio Jones, arguably one of your franchise's most dynamic offensive
team
players
that
to ever,
whooped that
to the
ass.
team that makes 28-3 jokes, are you okay with the continued humiliation that you're going to receive? You know what I mean?
True.
And
You
I think
only
about that a
are
lot.
if what you get from them turns into be something big.
Right. It doesn't really matter as long as they're getting something.
If they get something big and
Worth
it turns
it.
into something
You gotta
nice,
get something
then,
worth it.
Then they're like, yeah, hey, you got him for a couple years and all kinds of money, but we got this.
So then I would probably put Tennessee and then Indianapolis to round out the top four. So I'd go San Fran, New England, Tennessee, Indy. And the only thing that gives me a pause for concern about these four teams and saying putting them, making them winners is when you really look at it, the only team that has is going into this current season without any questions at the quarterback position is Tennessee. New England has Cam Newton, but how long until Mac Jones come in? Trey
Francisco's
Lance
got
and
Jimmy
Jimmy
G,
G.
yeah.
And Indy,
Carson Wentz
you got
and-
Carson Wentz, but is he gonna be able to play 16 games and actually turn his career around?
17.
Oh, right, 17. Jeez, that's
listen,
gonna take a minute to get used to.
Brisket isn't pushing for Wentz's job right now.
Is he
let's
even
be
still
real.
there?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Is Brisket the backup? I didn't
Brisket
think
the
Well,
backup.
he was a free agent this offseason.
No, they signed him last year. They gave him an extension.
I didn't know. I didn't know if that was.
Yeah, he got an
officially done.
extension. He's
Okay.
got an extension.
I believe you.
when Luck went down, they gave him an extension.
Yeah, it was like
It was
it was like 3 years, but I thought they cut him.
Yes,
No,
this
he's
one last year
currently in Miami.
Yeah, see, I thought they. I
shit,
knew
my
they
bad.
cut him.
Oh, I
yeah,
thought he was
yeah,
still
he's
there.
he signed with Miami this offseason.
Oh, he's backing up Tua.
And the only reason he went to Miami is because he was boys with Brian Flores in New England.
Yeah, B-Flow, baby.
I love Flores. I think he's going to be a great coach for a long time.
Yeah,
I do
Nick
too.
makes a good point with Tennessee. They're not a throwing team.
He
Right,
is
but-
100% right because Derek,
but-
you
but
got big chocolates and start the pony.
But that extra added element outside on the outside. Now all of a sudden you give Ryan
Yeah, but you
Tannehill.
got
I mean,
A.J.
come on, Ryan
Brown.
Tannehill led the league in touchdown passes for most of the season last year.
Dude, you got A.J.
It
at
didn't
Brown.
least
feel
the
like
first
it.
half.
It didn't
he
feel
threw,
like it at all.
35.
Yeah, but it didn't feel like it.
I mean, think about it. You add Julio Jones to that, and I know he's not a huge red zone threat, but this is a guy that can move the ball between the 20s.
Julio and A.J. Brown.
And
Those are two big Sakanas.
you kind of go ahead and take some of the load off of Derrick Henry and maybe don't have to hand it to him 350 times.
Right, but
I feel like they do anyway.
this is the thing that we've all talked about while
My
Tannehill's
allergies
been
are
there.
fucking me up.
Why is
Mine too.
Tannehill so good in Tennessee? Because they're not looking at the quarterback. They're looking at the guy behind him that's about to
Yes.
run them over.
Right, but
So the second
but
that
we've
they
seen
turn,
that. We've seen what that
listen,
does, though.
the second they turn into more of a throwing team, now you're going to put back everything that everybody questioned about Ryan Tannehill before when he throws the ball more than 30 times a game. That's the other flip side.
But you might not have to throw the ball 30 times a game.
You might not have to,
even
but
if you do, because
But if you're trying,
because you're getting more efficient through
but if
the
you're
passing
trying
game
for
with
Henry
Julio.
not to run 20 times a game, say you're trying to cap him 15, 20 attempts.
No,
a
I'm
game.
not saying cap him. You let the stud pony run wild,
No,
son.
but think about it.
You
In the
take
regular
take the
season,
reins off of that
Joey,
man and you
tell
say,
me-
do your worst.
Tell me right now, you get Julio Jones on your team, you instantly go from a heavily running team to a more balanced offense. Yes.
No, I'm going to disagree there because you're not getting a young Julio Jones. You're getting 32, 33-year-old Julio
but
Jones.
on the side of him is A.J. Brown, that is 24 years old.
I know, but do you get away from what
And
you're
they're
good
both
at, though?
6'3",
But why would
240
if your
pounds.
offensive mindset is to be big, bully the other team, and run it with your big back, why would you acquire a player that you're just getting and say, we're going to change our whole offensive philosophy? I don't
No,
see
I
it.
didn't say change your philosophy.
No, you're not.
I just
you're
said
going
you're
at
getting
them, too.
closer to being a more
No,
balanced
it
offense.
just it makes you more explosive between the 20s. I mean, that's what getting Julio Jones does. It helps you. It gets you chunk plays. I mean, Julio's got what? Doesn't he hold the record for like most 250-yard receiving yard games?
Yeah, not touchdowns though.
No, not touchdowns, but he. I think he's got more. I think.
You know what's so weird about
I think
it, though?
Julio has like.
Remember, Julio Jones was the red zone target. Like,
I think he might
Julio
have
inside the 20, like,
more.
oh, they're getting a touchdown. Like, it was almost automatic when he was younger.
Nah, Julio's
No.
never really been a big red
No.
zone guy.
Dude, when Matt
That's
Ryan...
a huge misconception.
No.
Yes.
Julio Jones used to catch a lot of fades. He used to catch a lot of outs. He would always get... I'm telling you, when he was younger...
It's been about 6
When
years.
Matt Ryan was younger.
He has one season of double-digit touchdowns. Other than that, so here's in order. Here's his touchdown
It
receptions.
starts at what, 11?
10 in 2011. 10, 8, 8, 8, 6, 6, 6, 3, 3, 2.
Dude, it's bad.
So he's not a big red zone guy. He
No.
doesn't catch a lot of scores. When he does, they're usually like 80-yard passes. Like they're run after catch, hits and got
But look,
behind the defense.
What's his red zone TDs? Does that say 10 out of 10 right there?
That's for a career.
RRTD? No.
No. Our RTD is. That's not our.
I don't even see where you're looking here.
All the way
Our
to the right.
RTD.
All the way to the right. Keep on going. Right.
But listen,
right. Boom.
If anyone's listened to me,
Rushing and receiving.
Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind.
if anyone's,
Does it show red zone?
I don't think it'll break it down, especially on what.
No, I could get it. I could
whatever.
get through. I could go to it, but yeah.
Listen,
I don't have
I've
to-
talked shit
No, it's
about
fine.
Julio Jones for years in the show, and I've said, listen, he's great 20-20.
Yeah.
Terrible red zone threat. If he comes to the Patriots, I'll feel the exact same way. Great 20-20. I am not
And then,
relying
he
on him in
gets
the red
and then
zone.
he gets 6 red zone touchdowns this year because
look,
of
I think-
Belichick. You're like, I was wrong.
No. If it's 6, that's not a lot to me. That's
Red
average.
zone touchdowns?
Is that all his touchdowns for the year?
No, I'm saying 6, just red zone.
If he has like over 10, I'll be saying, oh shit, I was wrong.
If he breaks his own personal best, which is 10,
Then I'll fucking say
which
I'm
that
wrong.
was his
Look-
2012
Look
year.
what Randy Moss did when he came to New England.
God,
But you gotta remember,
come on.
and you gotta remember too. The last time that Julio caught 10 touchdowns that year, he was playing alongside Roddy White.
Yes.
Remember that was him and Roddy that year. Then they were that was
They were balling out.
and it was there was remember we had the great debate, which and I used to have the numbers laying around. They're probably still around here somewhere. But Eric Decker and DT were actually a better tandem than Roddy and Julio. But I just used to rub
Decker
that
and
into.
DT was good, but I
I
think
just used to rub that into my buddy who's a Bama fan's face because he used to talk all this shit about Roddy White and Julio and
Alabama.
Bama. Alabama.
Roll Tide.
Alabama Pelicans. 774-992-8702. Feel free to give us a call. Chime in on the Julio Jones discussion. The Brooks Koepka, Bryson DeChambeau. Drama. Lefty wins the oldest guy to win a major. Lots of stuff going on so far. Feel free to reach back and talk about whatever you want. If you passed up we passed what you wanted to talk about, feel free to call us anyway. It doesn't matter. We'll always circle back. Much like that, what's her name? The girl that does the press secretary, Jen Psaki. No,
No idea what her name is.
she just every time she just like she gets caught in like some sort of stupid thing. She's like, yeah, I'll have to circle back on that.
Oh.
I'll circle back on that, which is basically just a polite way of telling you I don't know what the fuck
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
talking
We'll
about.
get back to that when
And
I know.
I don't have the answer, so I'm just gonna move on. Fuck you.
So where's Julio going? Last before we move on.
New England. 100%. I'm all in. I already have the jersey in my cart on NFLshop.com.
My money's
Ready
on
to sell.
New England.
See, I still think
sorry.
the Shanahan thing might come into play.
What did I tell you the other day in the comments when you said something about the 49ers? I called you a tummy stick pussy.
Yeah, and I was there like, wow, that's different. And Joey and me and Sean had a conversation for like, I don't know, 45 minutes, just the two
Yeah,
of us,
yeah.
as Joey was at work.
Yeah.
And instantly when we were done with it, I was like, I can already see Joey when he gets out of work. He's going to read it. He's going to be this guy. He's like, and sure as shit, it's like 12:30 in the morning. I see, laugh my ass off like 8 O's.
It was a good back and forth. I enjoyed the group chat very much.
This guy, 3 a.m. this morning.
Oh, my God.
Sean, I'm going to need those videos.
Yeah.
What do you want? You think I'm awake?
Well, I didn't mean right now. I just wanted to let you know eventually to get me the materials that we.
He's like, oh, guys, we got to do this and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I wake up in the morning, I see my phone. I'm like,
I saw at 6 a.m. I woke up. I was at 12 messages. I'm like, oh, him and Keith must have been going back and forth. I must have clunked out. It was all Joey. I'm like, he's talking to himself.
Listen, no,
Naturally.
nothing's better than the 2 o'clock in the morning. All right, guys, what do you think about this? 20 minutes later. All right, I guess I'll go fuck myself. Right? Me and Sean wake up in the morning. We're like, bro, that was 2:45 in the morning on a Wednesday. We were asleep. So, yes, you can go fuck yourself.
Yes.
So?
We got jobs.
So do I.
That was good.
That was
good.
that day.
See, I mean, honestly, I think he's going to go to New England. But me just
No,
wanting
no,
him to go to the Niners.
no. Heart and brain. My heart and brain say New England.
Heart is San Francisco.
Proctor, don't
brain
worry. We will.
is,
I will be discussing the LeBron James drama from last week.
Do I have that video?
what Legay?
The where he's rolling around after he got poked in the eye.
Yeah, when he's like,
Oh, with the Forrest Whitaker shot.
Yeah.
Dude, the Forrest Whitaker thing I found, I was fucking
Listen,
hilarious.
as soon as I see that, I just think of that. Do 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 do.
I love that fucking meme, dude.
What is that from, like England or some shit? Or the UK? Where that song's from?
I
Honestly, the
forget.
song came on my Pandora the other day, and my son was like, "Oh, I know this song." I'm like, "How do you know
It's
this
a
song?"
meme.
He's like, "It's a meme." I'm
Yeah,
like,
it is, yeah.
I'm like, "All right, good stuff, man."
So I'll get that image for you.
Actually, wouldn't that be a Vine? Because it's a video.
No.
Yeah, but a meme is.
Vine
is
died
just a
like over
picture.
10 years ago, bro.
I thought memes were just pictures.
Nah, memes could be, like, anything's a
meme-
meme now.
yeah, anything-
It's just memeing.
I mean, you could be a meme and like for example,
Dude, people meme in games. I don't know
like
what the hell
like
that means.
people become memes. Like you know what I mean? Like people don't understand like say like your,
Oh yeah,
your,
Proctor, you're right.
your attitude towards something, and it's like okay, it's a meme now because now people just do it to get you
Yeah,
that
it's a
reaction.
meme, but I'm saying like that actual like video. Like remember when it was like LeBron when he was doing the chicken thing and all that? Like,
No, that was
isn't that a Vine?
it wasn't Vine. No, Vine's been dead. It
I
was
know
just,
it's dead, but I still fucking call it
it
that.
was just a GIF. It was or just a video. Actually, it was a short video.
Okay, there's Forrest. Yes, Jason, we will definitely get to the Chris Paul held my arm down and popped my arm out of my socket. I just needed to go like this a couple of times, and that was good. That was
Yeah,
good.
yeah. We'll talk on the. We'll
Joey,
get into the-
as a Lake, oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, we'll get into the Lakers. Top of the hour, we'll get into some basketball and some other stuff. But let's take a look at this video here real quick of Shannon Sharp on
Julio.
on Julio.
Now wait,
Oh,
can I
boy.
preface this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did Julio know he was on air?
He did not.
Allegedly,
That's,
he did not.
See, like, and I even said that to Sean when I first seen it. I was like, yo, he
That's
called from
fucked
his
up.
personal
Yes.
cell phone, put it on speakerphone, and put it near the mic.
That's cross.
Like,
I don't know
feel
how,
like that's like kind of like
that's
a low.
That's a betrayal of trust.
Dude.
Yes, it is.
Unless it was just a ruse and they said, "Oh, we're
Oh,
gonna
unless like he
play
like
it off.
texted Julio like, hey, I'm gonna be on the show. I'm gonna call you from my cell
We're gonna
phone.
play it off."
No.
Has Julio made any comment on it?
No, but a very well-known NFL agent, put on his Twitter to that video, "This is why I tell all my clients, do not go on the show and do not take their phone calls." They said in the sports world, they do not like either of these men. They do not like Shannon Sharp. They do not like Skip Bayless.
Well, I'll be honest with you. If Julio didn't know,
He did not know.
and he straight up like that's like me being on air right now with Joey,
Julio
and you being
doesn't
somewhere.
know the
I'm like, oh, I'm gonna just call
feeling
Sean and see what he thinks about this.
Yeah.
Calling you from here and just putting it like this, and you talking all kinds of shit, and being like, oh no.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
You laugh.
And then
That's
10
I mean that's
hey, listen,
that's
10
some serious trust issues. Right
10
there
minutes
now.
later, my phone be blowing up like I was on air, you piece of shit. Like,
Facts.
so if that was true and he really didn't know, like that's why I wanted to preface
He
this
didn't.
with this. If you watch the video when Joey's about to play it, you watching his cell phone
And
dangle around the microphone the whole time.
Julio, you'll see it in the video. Julio trashes a specific team, which you'll find out in seconds. And if you're a smart player, as smart as Julio is about gaining as much money as he can, you know not to trash a team who potentially could bring you in and give you more money.
Could be your next paycheck signer. So
And that's where they're thinking he was going anyway.
check this shit out.
Uncle, what's going on, bro?
Do we have to grumble still?
No. We do not have to grumble for this because I don't
Man,
think
look,
I tagged
you want to go to the
Undisputed and
Cowboys,
stuff.
Julio, or you want to stay
Hey,
there?
I'll start it over. Sorry,
That's
it was,
okay.
It
Glitch.
was muted.
Uncle, what's going on, bro? Man, look, you want to go to the Cowboys, Julio, or you want to stay in Atlanta? You out?
He's out of there.
Are you going to? Ideally, where would you like to go?
Right now, I want to win.
Okay. Well, don't go to Dallas. If you go, you ain't winning in Dallas, Julio.
So that's
That's as much
No,
as we
that-
should
that's
play. Let's
that's
cut
just
it
a
off.
small clip.
Yeah.
But
that's basically Shannon telling that was more Shannon
Shannon
trashing
baiting,
the Cowboys
yeah. Yes.
because Skip's obviously a big Cowboys guy. Shannon was trashing the Cowboys more than Julio, so it wasn't as bad for looking for Julio. But Julio straight up tells Shannon on the air on the show,
I'm out of there.
"Oh, I'm out of there." Like he knows he's not playing in Atlanta next year.
Yes.
So It's not a
Instantly,
matter.
Sean.
It's not a matter of if he'll be traded at this point. It's where and when. And obviously, June 1st next week will be.
So
That's the date.
Sean, watching the video, instantly goes.
Sean's feeling a little chubbed up right
I
now.
got a very excited wife at home then.
Oh, hey.
If it's going all the way that high,
Oh, look, here it comes. I get to see it on the video now and see how high it really went. Oh, Lord, he coming.
Oh, Lord, he coming.
Oh, there it is. He throbbing.
I say, oh Lord, way too much. It'd be a whole new meaning.
Lord.
So there you have it. That was kind of a Bush League move on Sharp's part. And
Dude,
scummy.
honestly, that's fucked up. That's one.
I would never call Shannon Sharp again. I'd be like, nah, man, I don't trust you.
I want to know how Julio feels about it.
Probably
I'm
betrayed.
surprised he hasn't
Because
come out with anything.
I have to almost wonder if this wasn't if this wasn't planned.
I don't know.
Because if I was Julio, dude, because why would Shannon?
No, because if it was planned,
because if Shannon did that,
listen,
and
if
didn't
it was-
tell him,
if it
then
was planned,
he'd
they'd
burn
call
that
through.
bridge.
They'd call through the studio. That's my only
No,
thought.
he could have said, "Hey, listen, I'm going to call you on the air." You know what I mean?
Why
Like,
wouldn't you call through the studio so you get good audio?
Because they want to make it seem.
because
like
they want to
was,
make
like,
it
spur of
seem
the
like
moment.
it's a spur of the moment, and they're getting an honest to God, he doesn't even know he's on TV answer.
Which I truly think he wasn't on TV.
You could be
if
right.
you listen to the way he was talking, that didn't sound like somebody that was doing a phone interview.
He's like, man, I'm on my way to see my brother. See what he's
yeah,
up to.
yeah, right. He's like, yeah, what are you doing? Oh, I'm gonna go see my brother, man. You know, chilling. Like it was me calling you, being like, yo, what you up to tonight, bro? If you were on air and I called into the show and you're like, yo, what you up to tonight? Like, bro, I'm on air.
The only thing that would have made it better is like Julio started like subtly cursing, like, man, I want to see this bitch, and like that would have been like, oh, he definitely doesn't know that he's on TV.
I honestly don't think he knew.
I don't think he knew at all. I think it was pretty scummy that he didn't know.
If he didn't know, and this was, and we might never find out, or they might just play it off as like a thing, like behind the scenes, like Julio and Shannon could just be like, hey, we're gonna play this off, like you didn't know, but you knew, and then they could just continue to play that card, like nah, I didn't know, and be like pretend mad at each other, like whatever. But
that does no good for anybody.
If it does good for the show. I mean, the show's slipping in the ratings big time. All those shows are, but
so getting a wide receiver pissed off and.
It's
People,
drama. I mean,
it's
look
drama,
at
but then guess
we're
what?
playing the clip on
But
our show and talking about
no
it.
other person will answer a phone call from that show again if that's the perception.
Well,
How often do they really have guests on anyway? Every clip I ever see of them is just shipping
Two of them.
shipping scanning, just bitching at each other.
That's your boy, though.
Listen, man, you don't wear orange or blue no more.
I don't know. He claims to be a Raven too. Like he's like a 50-50. He doesn't claim no
He
hometown.
played 2 years in Baltimore.
I know,
2
which
years
is
in Baltimore.
annoying.
You won a championship.
He's like, yo, everyone leave Baltimore alone. That's my hood.
And then he came back to Denver in 03. And
Yeah, but he like I don't know. It's weird. Like he talks about he spent like half his career in both places. That's what he talks. It's annoying.
no, he spent the majority of his career in
Oh,
Denver.
you're right.
yeah.
I know. I'm saying
yeah.
the way he talks about
Oh,
it.
I know. I know. It is a weird thing, but he loved it because he always wanted to play with Ray, and that was like his thing, and he was just.
Remember, he used to wear like the hat with the front pitch all the way up and sunglasses. Just my boy. You don't talk like him about him. Like,
I mean,
what?
he's one of the best shit talkers of all time. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, he is.
But he like hung out on defense with the Ravens. He's like, I'm going to do on offensive meetings. I'm going defense. He just
My
would hang
favorite,
out.
my favorite part about Hard Knocks, the training camp with the Ravens, was when they had. I don't remember who the rookie was. I don't think he ever became relevant. I don't even know if he made the team, but he imitated Shannon Sharp during like the talent show. It was spot fucking on.
Oh, that's awesome.
Really?
Oh, it was.
What
he did
year
the
was
lip
that
quiver
from?
and everything?
2001.
Oh, I gotta find this then.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, it's funny. I'll find it. It's
What was that,
it's
Ravens?
out there.
He
Yeah.
Hard
got
Knocks?
removed because of that. They were like, well, we gotta let
No,
that go.
they show Shannon and Ray Lewis like in the corner,
Dying.
falling all over each other laughing because it goes with the whole tone when Tony Saragusa blocks the door to the trailer with the big table.
Yeah.
And Sharp because the tight ends couldn't get out, and it was like Todd Heap, Shannon Sharp, and like a couple other guys, and then Goose blocks the door, and they're like just pranking each other all the time. It was really funny, but nonetheless, but yeah, that could be a bridge burner for Shannon.
It could be.
Because like Keith said, if he burns that bridge with Julio, he does Julio dirty like that.
That's everybody's bridge.
No one's gonna trust him.
No.
So yeah,
They be seeing your cell phone call, be like, not today.
not today. 774-992-8702. We're talking NFL, Julio. We got some little bit of Shannon Sharp in there. We touched on the PGA Tour. We touched on a couple, Brooks Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau. We had a little hiya.
And Sean and
was
I
in
just
there.
laughed at the score of the Nets and Celtics.
Oh, is it getting ugly?
84
It's
to
been
55.
See,
30 points.
I thought maybe Boston could have made this. So let's kick off the NBA.
No.
portion of it.
No.
I thought Boston could have made this a series. I didn't think they could have won it.
If they had Jaylen Brown, yes.
But I thought they could have made it a series because it didn't seem to me like, especially in game one, like the Nets were mentally
well, listen, that was
in it.
that was Brooklyn's 8th game playing with all 3 together.
Right, but what I'm saying is when you looked at Brooklyn coming into this, right, you got Kyrie putting out tweets and things like that saying, I'm not even worried about basketball right now. There's bigger things going on in the world, and that's where my attention's at. You got born loser James Harden, KD, who can't win unless he's on a 73-win team. It seemed like it would be ripe for the Celtics to kind of go in and steal game one and then maybe find themselves when they get back to the Garden winning one and getting this thing to game 6. I didn't think they were going to win it by any means. Definitely had Brooklyn winning it, but I could definitely see. But that being said,
Well, again, if the Celtics were healthy, yeah, all right, I can see that. The way they are right now, no, there's not enough.
no, you're right. If they were healthy, it'd be one thing. But I like I said, if they were healthy, I think they could. They might. Sean's like dying right now.
No, you love it.
It's too bad if you're not watching live on video. A certain member of this household came on and said via the chat, "Can you please stop that noise?"
So that being
Tatum's
said,
out. All right,
if
Tatum got an eye poke, he's the new LeBron Whitaker.
oh boy,
Fuck them.
What's
So-
up with people getting poked out in the eye?
it happens all the time.
You
It's just
poke-
nowadays. It's like
what is this?
everybody-
The Christmas story? You shoot your eye
Yeah.
out.
I feel like every injury now in the NBA is like magnified to like the nth degree.
Or every
like,
time you shit yourself, yeah, same thing.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, don't wear white shorts if you're gonna poop your pants.
All right, James.
Don't take wheelchairs to the bathroom.
Are you guys watching this? Like, obviously they're gonna take care of business against Boston. They're gonna win this series. But is anyone really seriously thinking that the Nets are could win a title this year?
All right, on talent alone, yes, because KD is great, James Harden is great, and Kyrie Irving is great.
Right, but we've seen
I'll give
KD
you
and
one out
Harden
of
The
three.
before.
3 of them together as a nucleus?
Eight.
No. Yeah, exactly. Because you got Kyrie with his whatever the fuck he wants to talk about of the day. James Harden's just looking for another cheeseburger and chicken wings. And Kevin Durant's like, I don't even like people.
The 3 of them get together like the Power Rangers. It's morphin' time. They all bust out, and that next symbol comes out. They all morph together to become 8. And it's just like, oh, it's not how we thought.
Magic Johnson's like, damn it!
I'm cured.
I bought the Dodgers, not the fucking Nets.
Magic Johnson, I thought I got rid of you.
Look, I mean, let's be real. Listen, talent alone.
It ends up being the Lakers against. God damn it! That's the real story right here.
Oh man.
Why, you still think the Lakers are going to make it to the NBA?
No, I'm saying
Yes.
like that would
Oh, we'll get
that would
there.
be the media. Media would be like Magic Johnson versus 8, part 2.
Guy, my fucking back is screaming at me every time.
Your back is making the.
Hiya.
Yes. But way more intensified.
Yeah, Joey's gonna be sleeping like up here tonight.
So
Lauren's going to go to work in the morning, grab a megaphone, put it right up
yeah.
to the ceiling. Hiya!
there's definitely going to be some payback in short order here. But no, look, when it comes to Brooklyn though, I just don't think that they're a championship team. Like I said, Kyrie is mentally not in it. Harden is a born loser. KD is a born loser. Like I don't see how a team this
again,
soft.
Like I said,
Talented,
yes.
but they're
Talent-wise,
soft
they
as
could.
baby
Yeah.
shit, dude.
Yeah.
They're soft. If you put them in a 7-game series against the Lakers, AD and LeBron will
Wait, you
eat
mean the
them
Lakers
alive.
are going to make it? We'll get there.
Of course they're going to
Oh,
make
they're
it.
going to make it?
I
course
don't know,
they're
man.
Is LeBron going to cry his way to the finals?
Dude, that team is falling. The wheels are
Listen,
falling
hold
off.
on. Hey, we'll get there.
Dude,
We'll
the
get there.
wagon. Jesus. This is literally the wagon. And LeBron's like, study this shit right now. I got
Say
places
the
to be.
Oregon Trail, about to lose my ox. We can't lose the ox.
The yoke broke.
I really fucked up this whole thing, just like the Lakers did with their team. I might have to hold it the rest of the night.
I'm laughing. I'm
What is
crying.
it?
Dude, give me this. God, what the heck
Sean
is wrong
wants
with
to
you?
fix it now. He wants to fix it.
This one was a midget when I first got it. Yeah.
Oh no, we're just watching you now. This is amusing.
This chair needs to be like an inch shorter.
I know. I thought actually about taking off like the bottoms of the legs on it, but
That's not.
No, I wouldn't
That's
do
like a
anything.
centimeter. I mean, what the fuck?
no, take like cutting it down.
Oh, okay, yeah,
You know.
maybe.
But whatever, we'll just get new
Buy a
chairs.
fucking chair.
Just Dear Secret Lab,
so no.
send us chairs.
So no, look, I mean, again, talent-wise, the Nets, yes, on paper, could be a finals contender.
Nope.
But I mean, the team. I mean, if Milwaukee plays the way they've been playing, you're not gonna beat the Bucks in 7 in the
I
East.
don't think they're beating Philly.
Philly's. I feel like Philly always disappears.
Who just kissed Giannis the other night?
Hmm?
Like he got fouled and the guy landed on top of him and he like kissed him like on the
Well,
shoulder.
on the Heat,
Yeah. And Giannis was like,
was it Bam?
"Who the hell knows?" I was blown away because even his reaction was just like, "I should have had that video queued up." But he's like, "Why did you kiss me? Like, is that supposed to be like
the Scooby
intimidating?"
and Shabby, the fuck?
Yeah, it was so strange.
So the Celtics obviously are not going to win this series.
No.
I didn't want them to make the playoffs.
Yes.
We knew they weren't going to do that anyway. And Proctor brings up a good question. Do you fire Brad Stevens or Danny Ainge or both after the season's done?
No.
Because if this ends in a sweep, which let's be real, it very well could.
Could absolutely.
No, it's gonna end in a sweep.
I still think Boston takes.
No.
What by
No.
luck?
Yeah, it would be. Well, like because
we'll get back to the Garden. The Garden will be
because the big
full capacity.
full
Because,
capacity.
because the
It'll be-
three of them sit down for a game just to take a load off. Like, is that how we
it's
win?
Still the
Oh,
NBA,
maybe that
dude.
counts though.
Of course it counts, but that's the only fucking way we're winning a game, Sean.
Load management.
Yeah, whatever.
James
James Harden shit his pants again. They
You're
can't
right.
play.
They should sweep them. It should be a clean sweep. But
Look, again, if the Celtics had Jaylen Brown, then I'd be like, all right,
We still lose.
they still lose, but at least we can make it a series.
But again, we shouldn't lose. I mean, we should have been better than this whole season. Again, that's me. If I'm going back to Proctor's question in the chat, my thing is I'm unhappy with Danny Ainge, to be completely honest with you. I like Brad Stevens. Ainge, I think we need something else. We need something else, or you need to make a major offseason move, and you have to move someone from this team. I hate saying it. I hate saying you need to get rid of one of Brown or Tatum, but that's the only outcome you need right
still
now.
say Tatum.
Tatum's the most. That's the best carrot.
He's the
to dangle.
best. You're right. He's the best piece.
That's what you're going to get the most
and
in
it's
return
like what we
for.
were saying
But
last week, Sean. Tatum already has that mentality that
I'm the GOAT.
right, like I can do whatever I want on the court. You can't stop me. I can beat you. And then he gets stopped twice, and you just see his whole demeanor gone. Like he just jacks up threes, doesn't drive to the hole no more. He throws the ball away. Like he just gets careless. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's not the dude that I want. It's like what we said last week. You watch Jaylen Brown when they're down. You watch Jaylen Brown when it's a close game. You watch Jaylen Brown when they're winning. The demeanor's always there. He still wants to stuff it down your throat.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm winning, but I'm not going to lose this play. You're not going to win this play.
Mm-hmm.
Tatum's not like that. So if you're going to build around someone, Tatum's not the guy you're going to build around anymore because he already has that persona.
I mean, I still think you could build around Tatum, but the problem is Danny Ainge a guy that's going to be able to do that? Because in order to build around Tatum, you're going to have to lure free agents to come to Boston. So you need somebody that people are going to want to play with. You know what I mean? Like you need that LeBron factor, that Steph factor, where you got to have
Tatum's not the one.
You got to have somebody that wants to go there. Now, there's rumors that Steph Curry might be available after the season's over.
That I'd be very interested in.
Golden
Who?
State,
Steph Curry.
Golden State might be looking to move Steph and start fresh with a rebuild.
Why?
That's a great question.
It all
I'm
depends.
just saying that's
the rumor
that's
that's
the
already been
rumors.
thrown out there.
It's not happening.
How do you know?
They're waiting for Clay to come back.
We don't know anything about Clay. Maybe Clay's more injured than we thought. If Clay has a more serious injury,
What do you mean Clay? You know what Clay's injury is.
I know, but what if he doesn't come back right? Like, what if he's still like dealing with shit?
It's been 2 years.
Okay.
He's fine. He was already practicing with the team as the playoffs were going on.
So I mean, so was our boy,
Who?
Gordon. Knew shit when he was at the Celtics.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that every week. Gordon Hayward's going to come back.
Yeah, no,
and the Celtics are going to get to the finals.
Look, there was no Clay was not playing this year, but he was already playing with the team.
I know, but what if?
So if you're playing with the team now, how are you going to be in October?
What if they transition?
The difference was Gordon Hayward didn't play at all, and then he started practicing. Then he came back.
But the rumor's been floated out there.
Oh, I know.
That that Golden State could potentially, even if they're entertaining the idea of moving on from Curry, and getting a nice haul for an MVP candidate, and are the best shooter to ever play the
All right,
game.
fine, fuck it. Give me Curry. Send away Tatum and actually give me Curry, and I'll send away Kemba, and your choice of Smart and somebody else besides Tatum and Brown.
Why would they do that deal then? I don't know.
And give him some pick, and give him fucking 2 first-round picks.
Give him 3 first-round picks. Why
Give him
not?
4. Fuck it. Who cares?
All right, now we went from traded Danny to loose Danny, who's
Fuck
just
it.
jiggling change
Well,
out of his pocket.
you said you
but
need to
the
change,
thing is-
right?
but
You
the
need to
thing-
change, right?
The point, but the whole reason for this
All of a sudden, Steph comes
conversation-
here. Steph comes here. You got Steph, Tatum, and Brown. Now all these free agent guys like, yeah, I'll take a cheaper deal to go play in Boston.
Yeah, now
Still need a big?
We got
now
Steph Curry
people,
and these
but, right,
guys.
but now people would actually want to go play because they know they have a chance to win there.
Yes.
Sure.
And that's the
still need a
biggest.
big.
That's the biggest thing. Is like, okay,
You need a big, so now who you can go pick a big. They're all going to want to play with
Who?
Steph Curry.
Who?
Who's available?
Exactly.
Drummond.
I mean, look at KD a
Go
couple
fuck
years
yourself.
ago. KD was
Kevin
KD,
Love.
KD could have come to Boston and been the man. KD would have been the man in Boston.
He would have been.
But it would have been his team.
He would have been Snake.
Instead,
He would have made Snake jerseys.
instead he just
And Scary. Imagine Snake and Scary Terry together.
And we're already green. Green Snake. The Green Snake.
Plissken.
Ooh. I show up in an eye patch and leather jacket. They got him like, let's play some
like
games.
So,
like that.
but his mentality was he would rather go to Golden State and play for a 73-win Golden State team.
Yeah.
And just be like, yeah, you know what? I'll be the guy to put you over
Soft
the top.
as baby shit.
So again, it would have, but there was nothing to draw him here. He was going to have to shoulder the load in Boston and be the man. He didn't want to do that. That's what I think the Celtics need. Is they need an attraction. They need some people to look at the Celtics and say, okay, I can go there and play with this
Well,
dude.
I'll be
because
honest with you.
It's not all going to be on me.
But think about this. What you saw from Tatum and Brown this year, that should be an attraction. You had 2 kids that are young, athletic as all hell,
2 kids.
play defense, 2 youths.
Youths.
Right at the same time.
I said youths.
Youths. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Youths.
Exactly. You got 2 youths balling out, play defense, 2-way players. I mean, Brown a little bit more of a 2-way player than Tatum, but Kemba, smart, hard guy. Like, those guys Brown and Tatum took a step forward. Brown more so than he has.
Mm-hmm.
How does that not instantly become attractive to another star? Like, I don't have to do it all. I can
Because
throw the
they
ball to
haven't
this guy.
because they haven't arrived yet. They're good, but they're not
They're both all-stars.
elite level superstars. They're not an attraction yet. Let's put it that way.
I mean, they
They're
both
good.
made the All-Star team.
For the right
Brown made the
person-
All-Defensive team. Like, I mean, there's...
Right, but that no one's gonna look at that and as a free agent and be like that's
No, but
the
what they'll
team.
look at is, oh, wow, Tatum dropped 60 this year. Oh, wow, Brown's dropped 50 twice.
right,
can
and
shoot with the
or
ball.
they look at that and they
Did
go
they get Andre Drummond, though?
Okay.
No? Fuck this team.
they look at that and they go, okay, great, yeah, these guys can score, but are they winners?
You want to will something into existence? Andre Drummond.
I don't
will
wanna-
that into
I don't want to
existence.
will that into existence.
Why?
It's all right. Like
It's all right. It's all right. It's just, a 15 rebound a game guy that we don't have right now.
I know, but then it just feels like
Look,
you
I
come
love
here.
Robert Williams. Yes, I think the kid could be good. But
Time Lord.
for one, the dude does like 3 crazy plays. Like, wow, that was great. And then he's like, my foot, it hurt. I got to go to the bench,
Yeah,
coach.
he's awkward.
how many blocks did he have the other
Like
night?
10 or
9.
11?
He had 9.
ridiculous.
Was 9?
And then I was like, come on, get one more. No, I'm sorry. He had 10. He tied the record.
Oh,
There was like
tied
one
the record.
possession. I feel like he had like 4
It felt like it,
on
yeah.
one possession.
Dude, that chase down
Jesus.
block that he had on fucking,
Yes.
what's his name?
Slapped it.
Oh, my God.
That was
Kyrie
legit. That
had
was
no
impressive.
idea that was coming. Kyrie
was
like,
impressive.
"Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo." Oh, my God.
But no, but that's what the Celtics need. So I think if they are going to fire, and I don't think they're going to fire Ainge or Stevens. I think
I don't think so
I
either.
think it'd be Ainge before Stevens.
I think so, too.
yeah, I would agree because I think you can find somebody that will get you the pieces.
But and I will say this, and you might agree. To some point, it looks like Stevens has lost his edge with the team, and I feel like especially with Tatum, when you look at Stevens talk and you look at the huddle, and I know you've watched games. Joey only watches the ones that are against the Lakers, but look at the huddle. Tatum's not engaged with Stevens anymore. Like he's just kind of like in the background like this, and just.
I mean, that could be just because he knows what he's saying. He doesn't have to be like all up in the shit. Maybe
All right,
he's
so
matured as a player and
you
he
don't
knows.
think Kemba Walker and Jaylen Brown know what he's saying? You don't think Marcus Smart, that's been with Stevens pretty much his whole career, knows what he's saying?
I don't know. I don't trust Marcus Smart.
I don't trust Marcus Smart neither, but he knows what he's saying, right?
Maybe.
What is Jaylen Brown doing the whole time Stevens is in there calling a play? My boy is like this.
Farting.
Right, I'm just saying. I don't read too much into the body language
No,
on
but
the bench
I
during
I
games.
do read into it because if Tatum doesn't give a fuck about what the coach is saying anymore, then you have to make a choice of coach or player. That's the issue. That's what I say. Stevens might have lost his voice in the locker room.
He could have. Maybe he has because they haven't done anything. They haven't won anything.
But look at him. Look at last year in the bubble against Miami.
That was a bad hit.
You're a fucking college coach. All you played up against was zone fucking defense. Your team didn't listen to you on how to beat a zone. That's not like you should. I saw him writing plays on the board, and it's like they didn't run it. Oh, they didn't do it.
So is that the coach is telling you how to beat it?
And
He's
then
showing you how to do
beat
it, and the team is going,
Fuck you.
we ain't doing it.
Right.
Is that the coach or is that the team?
What did I just say?
I know. I'm
That's
just saying.
either the
I'm
player
agreeing.
not giving a fuck anymore, or the coach has lost his voice. So you have to make a choice: coach or player.
I'm going coach.
Listen, I think Brad Stevens is one of the best in the league, but yeah, if he's lost that locker room, you can't replace 12 guys.
No, you can't.
It's easier to replace a coach than it is to replace an entire roster. But on the flip side of that too, let's say they do get rid of Ainge, they bring in a new GM. Who's to say the new GM wants to keep Stevens around anyway?
Well, what does he have left for contract? 2 years?
Stevens?
Yeah.
Didn't he just sign like a mini extension, like in secret?
Yeah, they gave him an extra 2 years. I think he was
maybe
coming
it's
up.
2 to 4 years then.
I think his thing was coming up next year.
Oh, so maybe they're here for 3
He's
years.
up for another 2 or 3 years. Yeah, because he signed a 6-year
Yeah.
5 years ago.
Yep.
Right, 5 years.
So he's still young enough. I mean, he could possibly be here for another 10, 15
Yeah,
years.
he's 39 years old.
He received a 5-year contract extension last August.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so he's
So
not going
he will
anywhere.
be under the contract until the end of the 2025-2026
I
season.
hope he stays for a long time. I think he's going to grow into an immaculate NBA coach, like an all-timer. To be completely honest with you,
Okay.
I think he's young enough, smart enough that eventually he's going to hit his stride and he's going to be like he's only been in the NBA 6 years. That sounds like he's been in the league long enough. He should have been like he has a lot of accomplishments on his record already. He hasn't won a title, but I think he's smart enough, young enough, energetic enough to get there.
Okay.
Not with this team though.
He's better at coaching players up than he is at coaching good players. How about that? Because if you look at the teams that everybody was like, oh, they don't stand a fucking chance. He found a way to make these guys that were young and raw.
Who do we always lose to though?
LeBron.
We lose to like the upper echelon guys. So something.
So what was the Heat last year?
Jimmy Butler was playing out of his mind, and last
Playing
year
out of
was a
his
bit.
mind,
Jimmy,
that
Jimmy
was,
Butler is not LeBron James.
but
No,
the
he's
last year was an aberration too because
And
he
they
had the
should have
bubble
won.
and the shortened season and
They
all that.
should have won,
They should have won.
and they didn't. And
We
we,
had-
and
we
we
had-
both knocked them. We said you should have won that.
Before that, they lost.
They absolutely should have.
Before that, they lost to LeBron, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you're still looking at a team that had no business being in the Eastern Conference Finals a couple of times, that he coached up and made them play better than their expectations.
Granted, the East was soft at that point.
Doesn't matter. They fucking overachieved. 3 years in a row, they overachieved.
But you can also say like he's all right. So he also coached up Jalen and Tatum too. So we can't just say like, oh, they drafted superstars. No, he coached them to be what
but
they are.
especially
too.
Brown because he progressed as the years went.
Right. I
But,
mean,
like-
you got to give Brad Stevens some credit for developing Jason Tatum.
I'm not saying. Yeah, but Jason Tatum came in and they were already like, oh, this kid's fucking great, and he hasn't played an NBA game yet. It wasn't like that with Jalen
right, but
Brown.
you're still gonna develop.
Oh no,
these
I
guys.
get that, but you're talking about when those guys came in, you had Kyrie Irving, you had Gordon Hayward to take the load off of them so they could learn. Brown's first year in the league was the Isaiah Thomas year.
Mm-hmm.
There was no Jason Tatum.
Right.
They were shit, and they made the playoffs by chance. And then the following year, they were better, made the playoffs in a better seed. Remember, that was when they got the 1 seed.
Yeah.
And Tatum and Brown, because IT went down, had their
That
fucking...
was because Cleveland took off like half of the year that year.
Kyrie went down, and they fucking had their playoffs, and it was like, wow, it's the Brown and Tatum show. Kid and play, kid and play, kid and play. He coached those guys up to those moments. Since then, he hasn't been able to coach them over the top. So he's better at coaching players to get to their potential, but then not be able to take them over their potential.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, he's
Or
better
maybe-
at coaching up.
And maybe we haven't seen. I mean, obviously, if you're a Tatum fan and you've been watching Tatum, you're looking at his trajectory and you're still projecting it up. You're not looking at like Tatum right now and saying, "Well, this is as good as he's ever going to be."
I don't think he's going to get much better.
He could get better, but how much? You're right.
The
How
only,
much
the only
better
way
will
he
really
gets
get?
better is the only way he can get much better is on the defensive end. He can get much better on defense. Offensively, it's not. It's a mentality that I think has to change, not a physical skill set.
There's a lot of elements to it, and that's where you get you.
But the
kinda-
dude can score. The dude knows how to put the ball on the hoop. He just makes bad decisions sometimes. So, how much better can he get offensively? I don't think he can get that much better because he's already good.
No, I think, and that's exactly what I was. I'm glad you said that because that's kind of where I was going with this. I think like Tatum and Brown and this Celtics team, they're good players. They just don't know how to win yet. They haven't learned how to be professionals and be winners.
Well,
they're
see,
great basketball players.
but I'll
hold
say
on.
this.
But because think about it. Look at Jordan. Right? Jordan could go into the Garden and drop 60, but he could never get past the Celtics. You know, Jordan could go up and put on a clinic against the Pistons, but they would lose 108 to 89. You know what I mean? He had to learn how to win. LeBron had to leave Cleveland and go to Miami to learn how to win. Tatum and Brown are no exceptions to that. Those guys are going to have to learn how to win too. The difference is now, are they going to do it strictly in Boston under Brad Stevens and Danny Ainge, or are they going to be able to bring somebody else from outside and say, look, we're bringing this guy in because he knows
how to win. Yeah.
He's going to be able to teach you how to win a championship and what it takes to get there. Because being great at basketball in the NBA, there's
only
tons
gets you
of
so far.
There's
Yeah.
tons of great players.
You're in the
everybody
NBA.
In the,
You're
everybody,
good.
everybody in the
Yeah.
NBA is great. Not everybody in the NBA is a winner.
Let me ask you this. How you were talking about the Jason Tatum, how much better can he get? Who has more room to grow, Tatum or Brown?
I will say Brown.
Why?
Because I don't think you've seen Brown's best yet, and I think you've already seen Tatum's best.
So he has more room to grow offensively than Tatum.
Yes.
Defensively, I think Brown, it's the opposite. I don't think Brown has much room to gain defensively.
But Tatum can get a lot
because
better.
he's already a great defensive player. Maybe one-on-one defense he can get slightly better.
Yep.
But he's a lockdown dude. He goes up against your best guy, and he doesn't give a fuck.
Yep.
Offensively, he's been great. But you still see flashes at points. You're like, ooh, wow, if he could do this consistently, this guy could be a 30-point game a guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree. I think Brown has way more room to grow than Tatum. So, and every year he's gotten better. That's the thing. Like, every year this team's gotten better up until the last 2 years. Every year it was
They
like,
regressed this year.
They
big
were
time.
6 seed, and then they were the 5 seed, and then all of a sudden it was like they're the 1 seed, and then,
So, so they need something. So maybe if that Steph Curry thing is real, you go after something like a Steph Curry. You try. You need
What did
something.
I say last week?
I know.
Give me
I
Dame
agree.
Lillard. Give me.
Dude, Dame is killing it right now in the playoffs too. Dude's
Are the
always on fire.
Blazers going to do anything with it?
No, but he always
exactly.
Dame Lillard turns it on in the playoffs more than any other guy I remember. Like, you know, minus like the LeBrons and like the superstars, but like Dame Lillard is like that guy that just turns it on in the playoffs.
Yeah, but LeBron always plays like that though, so you can't even say he turns it on. Lillard will like coast at the end of the season and be like, "Okay, good luck. Here I come."
Here I come.
No, I mean, well, you know, De'Aaron Fox. I would love to get a guy like that in here. Like,
Young. He's young. He's a young
he's
buck.
young, yeah. He's young, but he's great. But like, you know, if
We
Curry,
need more youth. No,
Or what?
more youth.
Utes.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. Youths.
I mean, the way I look at with the De'Aaron Fox thing, or like a younger guy like that is, yes, you could pair the big three for a long time.
Yeah, but I give Joey a lot of credit with what he said. He's right. You have to learn how to win, and
Yeah,
those
you
guys
do.
can grow to learn to win together. But I don't know when that is. Is that 2, 3, 4 years from now? And
Well,
then-
no, and Joey's right. You don't, and I think to learn how to win, I don't think you have to bring in a superstar.
you need someone that's already
You have
won,
to
though.
bring in a guy that's won a lot or
Bring in
enough.
Robert Ory, because he come out of
Holy
retirement
shit!
at
but even-
46 years old.
But no, it just.
But you could
it's-
bring in a Kevin Love. He's won. He knows what it takes to win.
Barely.
Whatever. But I'm
Yeah,
saying like somebody.
I'm having trouble like putting my finger on somebody who I think would be a good fit. Like,
Rondo.
obviously, Steph Curry would be a great guy,
Rondo.
but
I
I,
would
don't know
love
if Steph
Rondo
Curry's a
back.
realistic get.
Yeah, but I think Rondo would punch Jason Tatum in the face in like an hour.
Probably.
Yeah, Rondo's.
Rondo's a hot ass motherfucker.
Because that's the flip side. Look, you brought in Morris and you brought in guys like that a couple years ago,
For sure.
and they didn't get along with Tatum and Brown.
I know.
And Brown kind of went afterwards and was like, "Yeah, I fucked up. I should have just listened to these guys."
Yeah.
Whereas Tatum was like, "Nah, they're beneath me."
Dude, I like Morris.
What, Markieff?
Yeah.
Good player. He was solid. He fit what they were trying to do.
He did.
Just didn't get along with the
He
guys.
said bet all the time, no matter when.
Yo, he
bet,
definitely
bet.
did. Bet.
And then fucking interview, I'll bet. It's like, okay.
774-992-8702 if you want to give us a call, talk some Celtics. What should they do?
Oh.
Tatum,
Read the chat.
Brown, Ainge, Stevens, who's going to go? What needs to change in Boston in order to get this team back to a
What, him and
championship?
Perk?
No, Pat's all right. Pat, local, well, almost weekly caller at this point. Pat said Chris Paul. If the Celtics bring in Chris Paul and add Chris Paul to this team, what do you think? What does that do?
Nothing. I'd rather
My
have
point
Kemba.
exactly.
I'd rather have Kemba.
Chris Paul does nothing. Chris Paul's not a winner.
And Jason's right. Maybe if we didn't draft 6 guards over the past 4 years, I mean, he's not wrong.
We have to guard somebody.
But I'm going to be honest with you. At that point when they were drafting, those were the best picks to make. So I can't even hate on them.
Best player available.
Yeah, legit.
Draft another god.
Oh, he's 6'8"? Oh, he's got a 6'11" wingspan? That's my fucking guy.
He'll do.
Legit. We could plug and play. But there is a certain sense to it. Look what the Warriors did. When they played the small balls, plug and play. Everybody was 6. You had the small guys at 6'1", 6'3", whatever Steph Curry is. Klay Thompson, 6'7". Draymond Green, 6'8". Andre Iguodala, 6'9". All those guys would just plug and play. And
Amazing.
Then,
6'1", 6'2", 6'3". Small guys.
I know.
Jesus.
Well.
I know. It's funny to say when you hear it sometimes.
It always bugs me out that Steve Nash is not that much shorter than me.
Joe's like, oh my God, you a giant.
I'm like, Jesus, this guy, he looks like a fucking midget running around out there.
Running between Dirk Nowitzki's legs. You're
legit.
wow, look at that leprechaun.
Yeah, then Joey goes and stands on the side of somebody else, and he's like, "Damn, you big."
That picture of Kevin Hart next to Shaq,
Oh
next
my
to Yao
God.
Ming.
Yeah.
Go on to the Winston.
Whoops.
And we're on to the 1991 Daytona 500.
That was actually the 92 Winston.
But
close.
Since we're
That was
in
close.
basketball,
Yeah, so let's shift.
No,
let's shift gears.
Let's shift to the West Coast.
So let's. You obviously Keith's got some things stored up waiting, and he wants to talk about the Lakers. So
Oh no, I just want to laugh at them.
what?
The way you laugh at the Celtics, because it's fucking hilarious.
What's hilarious about it? They're down.
What's
0-1.
hilarious? What's hilarious is you got LeBron James turning into Forrest Whitaker getting Emmy fucking awards and
can you
Golden
put
Globes
that
and shit.
picture up, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Dude,
This
my
picture
my
of
buddy
LeBron
sent me a
James.
video. My boss sent me a video today at work, and it was the Academy Award goes to.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
we saw
So,
it.
and LeBron James, and I'm just sitting there like, it's the only award he's gonna win this year
so obviously we're talking about last Wednesday's play-in game against
against the
Golden
Golden
State.
State. Yeah.
And when
I'm
LeBron
sorry,
was
Oakland.
writhing in pain on the floor, grabbing looked like he started grabbing his knee, then it was his arm, then it was his head.
No, wait, which one are you talking about? The poke?
Yeah.
Or the, yeah.
When he was on the floor, when he went up for the layup and he got snuffed
Poke
in
in
the
the
face.
eye, yeah.
Finger poke of doom.
And he was just basically crawling around the floor. And I'm thinking, I remember I texted one of our regular listeners to the show. I said, I was like, I'm watching it, and I'm like, oh, he's still down. I'm like, he looks like he's in pain. I'm like, this could be really bad. I'm like, this could be season over. If he's done,
He done.
we're screwed. Stick
had
a
a
fork in us. That's it. And I'm like, and then it dawned on me. I was like, wait a minute.
It's LeBron.
This is LeBron. This could be a hangnail. And he could
be a
bounce
cramp.
up. He could bounce up in 2 minutes and go off or score the next 15 points to close the game.
Let's not forget, this is the guy that got carried off the court by 3 teammates because he had a leg cramp.
Hey, listen, man. I've woken up in the middle of the night with
That's a
some pretty
Charlie
bad
horse.
cramps.
That's not in the middle of playing a game.
That's some pretty bad cramps, though. Pretty bad. Cramps can get bad. I will give him that. Not a good look.
Not a good look
I mean, it's not getting wheeled off in a wheelchair
because you can take a shit.
But
I don't know. I'd almost rather have the wheelchair than fucking 4 grown men carrying my ass, and I'm sitting like this, like I'm on a chair.
As the poop comes out.
Let's be real. Come on. I'd almost
Listen,
rather be wheeled.
I will say this:
You know what? Like this. Give me the gator.
as a Lakers fan and a LeBron fan, LeBron is making it extremely difficult
To like him,
to not only like him but
root for him.
defend him.
Oh, all right.
It's impossible now to defend him.
No, you
Anytime
can't.
anybody says anything about LeBron, they call him the bitch. You're like,
It's me.
you got that.
A
I
bitch.
really can't say anything. Is he still the best player in the league? Yes. Is he still going to win a championship? Probably. Does that mean that I like what his antics?
No.
Both and especially now, I've had to become an expert of being able to separate the art from the artist because LeBron off the court is just
Psycho.
an asshole. I
Dude.
mean,
You don't even know what he is anymore. The dude's all over the place.
he's just it's one day he's defending genocide in China, the next day he's putting the crosshairs on a cop's back, he's always he's reading
hate hoaxing all around.
hate hoaxes, reading the first page of every book
Dude,
by Malcolm X.
Someone that put together all the still shots
Of
him,
the books?
of him reading books
Oh
and
my
all
God.
in the beginning,
All
Dude,
the
it's like
very
page
beginning.
5. It's like, what the fuck?
and he's there like this. He's there like that. Freddie Kitchens meme.
Yeah.
Fred Kitchen.
So he's making it extremely hard to like and root for him. And even as somebody who's rooted for him his whole career and liked him his whole career, it's getting difficult. And the on-the-court stuff is now getting even worse. So the other night, obviously, he's writhing around in pain. I'm thinking, like, okay, in my head, I'm like, wait, season's over. I'm like, this is done, dude. Like, wasted year. And then it dawns on you, like, wait, this is LeBron. And then he gets up and he goes over to the bench, and they're putting in eye drops. And I'm watching the replay, and I'm watching his leg kind of bend underneath him in an awkward way, and I'm like,
nope.
All right, maybe it was a knee, an ankle,
nope.
tear. Nope.
And then if you see, he raked his eye. It's like, bro, you were holding your knee. Why the fuck were you holding your knee?
And then when he looked at Anthony Davis after they didn't call it a flagrant foul, he was like, what? Like, what I got to sell it more?
Like, I didn't sell it hard enough?
It's like, dude, like, just get up off the floor and let the officials do what they got to do, dude. Like, why do you have to do it? And then, of course, he comes out and hits like a 45-footer at the buzzer. The shot clock was winding down to basically ice the game. And this is live. This is what it looked like.
This is exactly what the game would have looked like.
This is what it looked like in
real time.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Baby girl, shake it like that. Drop it like that.
I'm Brian.
Yo, but now, fast forward. Game 1 against the Suns. LeBron James misses a foul shot, goes in for his own rebound. Chris Paul touches his arm. LeBron's rolling around on the floor for 20 minutes again.
Listen,
bro,
like I said,
it's getting excessive. We know.
First of all,
it's
Chris
excessive.
Paul is a midget compared to you. You outweigh him by like 175 pounds, and you sky over him by like 7 feet. My boy grabbed your arm, and you rolled around like you got shot in the leg.
He's bringing an element of soccer to the NBA.
Bruh.
For sure. He's making Manu Ginobili's flops look like hard fouls at this point.
Yes.
Manu Ginobili, you could argue at any time that he was shot by a sniper in the stands.
The Chuck Norris.
Soccer player, bro.
Norris.
He would get hit, and then he would explode through the guy sitting in the seat in the first round. I'm like, oh, my God, he was hit with a 50 cal. And then you just see it was like his shoelace was untied.
So you've got that, and then of course you had the drama with the off the court thing with the tequila promo the other night, where he violated the COVID protocols for the league, and the league did absolutely nothing. Which obviously they're never going to do it. And Charles Barkley even came out and said, he goes, there is zero chance the league is going to take any action against LeBron James.
Oh no. They might take action because, hey, we're going to hit you with a $5,000 fine. Okay?
In the offseason.
But you don't have to pay it.
In the offseason.
Yeah.
No, they'll say, we fined him.
Put it to a charity of your choice. And say it because of
the
us.
LeBron James School Foundation.
Which he signs it to himself, and you see him go to the bank and put it back in his own account.
Yeah. So you've got all this stuff coming out, the fake, the flopping, the writhing around in pain, the violation of the COVID protocols that have applied to everybody, which, don't get me wrong, the COVID protocols are fucking stupid anyway.
Yes, they are. I get it.
Everywhere
Let's get, the CDC says we're done. We're done, okay? It's done.
Well, they kind of said
And then the best part about it was?
It's done, Sean. We've been done.
They lost.
So then they lose on top
I think that was the best part about it was he did all that bitching and crying and screaming and trying to get fouls and blah, 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 and you lost.
Yeah, they're actually going to have to show up and play basketball tonight because they don't want to go down 0-2.
Now, here's my thing. And obviously LeBron, yes, we know he can turn it on and all that stuff. But if you've noticed, I knew it. I knew you set it up. That was up and slammed down. He did it mildly, though, so we'll probably have to get a better one before we get off air today. But LeBron can turn it on. We know he can. But if you notice, when you finally get into LeBron's head, or better yet, when LeBron gets into his own head, he becomes a problem in basketball. He becomes a little bit of a liability as opposed to what he would normally be. And I think it's starting to get into his head right now. The playing game.
We'll find out tonight.
All the wrath that he got behind it.
We'll find out tonight.
Anthony Davis, where the fuck did you go?
That's the thing. The Lakers haven't clicked yet, and that's why I'm not overly concerned.
What did I say to you, Joey?
Because
it's different when you rest, and it's different when you come back from an injury. Anthony Davis missed a bunch of time.
I'm still not concerned.
LeBron James missed a bunch of time. They played without each other for a while. It's almost like they have to gel all over again.
Not really. They'll be fine. These aren't. This isn't.
What happens if they go down 2-0?
They win in 6.
Oh, so they sweep out.
They'll sweep out.
Remember,
I'm really not concerned.
Remember, it goes to Phoenix after this.
I'm really not. Oh no, it's not. They're in Phoenix.
Oh, they're in Phoenix right now. Yeah, my bad.
I'm not concerned yet. Like tonight's game kicks off about 25 minutes. I'm not overly concerned yet because the Lakers still haven't. They didn't even play that great against Golden State. They haven't played any really great basketball. And I'm not saying like in terms of like a cohesive unit. Like I'm not even worried about that part of it. I'm more concerned with the fact that they're just not doing what they usually do.
How about this? Aside from LeBron and AD, they're not really that good of a team.
They've got a lot of role players, but that's what this team's constructed around. So
You
they
need
go,
LeBron
they
and
go
AD.
as
So
LeBron and
basically,
AD.
you need LeBron and AD to be playing their best basketball all the time for your team to be good.
You need one of them to be playing their best.
LeBron's playing
any
his
given
best.
night.
AD is not.
And that'll be good enough to win this series.
Okay.
I believe, honestly, I still think that the Lakers are coming out of the West. I really don't.
I don't know, man.
And I think they're going to end up playing either Philly or Milwaukee in the finals.
I mean, it has to be Milwaukee. If it's not Milwaukee this year, like, what the fuck are you doing?
Blowing it up.
Maybe they're gonna blow it up too. Who knows?
I mean, Philly has the excuse first year with Doc, getting used to the system, whatever. Philly should have blown it up 2 years ago because Ben Simmons is not what anybody thought he was ever going to
Ben
fucking
Simmons
be.
sucks.
I'll give this. Joel Embiid is the guy that they said he was going to be.
Yeah, he's just
He turned into him.
he's got some shit going on.
He lost his injuries. Like, he was injury prone and all that crap.
Yeah.
Now he's playing. He's been healthy for a couple years. The dude is playing exactly what you thought he should be playing.
But he's right at the prime of his career too.
Yeah, he's 27 now, 28.
Yeah, so he's like right in that thing. But if he wasn't that guy he is now, he was never going to be it. So now that he's there, he's probably going to stay that way for at least 3-4 more years.
Maybe.
Before he falls off a cliff too.
Maybe.
Like he reminds me of one of those big guys that's like he's going to take advantage of like his prime, cash in big, and then he's going to kind of like
LaMarcus
slope
Aldridge?
off. Yeah, for sure.
Andrew Bynum.
Oof.
Trash
Listen,
can.
that one still hurts Philly to this day.
Still hurts everybody. I mean,
Greg Oden.
What happened to him?
Odin never really got off the ground.
He never got off the ground, but my boy got paid.
Yeah, but he never like.
He never got off the ground.
Yeah, he
Did
never
he
got that
die?
second contract.
Oh,
I don't know. I feel like he died.
no, he played like 9 games in his career.
He did have that weird heart thing though, didn't he?
That wasn't
Did
Oden.
he almost die?
That
So-
wasn't
I was
Oden?
dead serious.
I didn't think that was Odin.
Yeah, I think there was something up with his heart.
Yeah,
he
I
had some
think
sort of,
so.
like,
I think
weird
he
heart
almost had like
condition.
a massive heart attack and died or something like that. I remember reading.
Oh, I don't, maybe.
Maybe I'm confusing the player,
apologize.
but I think it was Odin that like he almost like had like a massive
Why,
heart
what was
attack
the,
and died.
Jason, was the free throw differential huge? I didn't notice.
Well, I can't see the comment.
You
What's
just
the
said,
comment
look
say?
at the free throw differential in the first half, Game 1, Lakers and Suns. I'm assuming the Lakers took a bunch more shots.
Jason, you tell me.
It's usually how it goes.
Oh,
But yeah, I
no,
mean,
unless it's his knees. I don't know. I'd have to look through it.
Milwaukee adding Drew Holiday and the piece that it did, Chris Middleton's balling out. I feel like this really has to be the year Milwaukee makes the finals.
And it doesn't feel like it's gonna be. It feels like nobody from the East is really good. Honestly.
I'll never trust the Sixers because they're the Sixers.
Nah.
Right,
suck.
yeah, they're hard to trust. I don't trust the Nets.
The Nets, I don't trust the Nets because they're dog shit. They
Yeah,
because
because like right now they're gonna get through the Celtics and because
they're gonna
the
think they're
Celtics-
so good.
because the Celtics aren't very good. Then they're gonna run into a Milwaukee or a Philly or somebody down the
Well,
line.
wait,
and
who
go,
ended up with the
oh,
one?
fuck.
Was the Nets the one or the Bucks the one?
That was Philly.
Was it?
Was it the 76ers?
I'll tell you right now. NBA standing. Yeah, Philly, Brooklyn, Milwaukee.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Brooklyn was the 2. Milwaukee was the 3. Yeah.
All right. So
We need to use that gif of Doc more often. Then we just staring at it, like zooms in on his face. I love that.
Yeah, that one's good.
That is a classic.
So I mean, it's kind of fucked up because Brooklyn, obviously, they built this team so they can make it there. But you know what? It's only year 1. Go fuck yourself. Philly's been knocking on this door for years now.
I mean, think about it, dude. 2 years ago, Philly was one bad bounce away from
Oh, the Kawhi.
eliminating Toronto. and-
Suck.
Your version's way better than mine. But Milwaukee now is year 5 of Giannis.
I don't even know.
yeah, I think it's. I
Right?
think that's about right.
But within the past 2-3 years, they've been knocking on the door.
Yeah, you been knocking the you just knocking on the door like 3 times in the last like couple minutes.
What is it? I mean, what else am I supposed to fucking describe?
I don't know. Scratching it.
Break the walls down.
Oh, you surprised me there. I'm very
Oh,
yeah. I
know
want to
you-
hear that from
look,
now
I
on.
know you were surprised. Because you know I hate Jericho, so you're very surprised
You
at that.
hate Jericho?
I feel like you know this.
I don't know this. He's like an all-time great.
Yeah, fucking Lion Tamer never impressed me.
The what?
The Lion Tamer.
Why would you go with his WCW gimmick of anything?
Because it's the same fucking move. If anything, it was cooler on WCW. Because he used to put you on your fucking neck.
Well, yeah, they can't do that anymore.
All right,
because
so
guys get soft.
suck my ass and lick my balls. All right, how you like that one?
No, now it's the walls of Jericho.
No,
walls
it's
of
the
Jericho,
fucking. It's a Boston fucking crab.
It's a it's now a Boston Crab because he's out
Yeah,
of shape.
shut up. It's a Boston Crab.
It wasn't always a Boston Crab.
He might as well be Rick the Model fucking Martel. Okay, go eat a dick.
Dude, Rick Martel, my man was jacked. He may have been a mid-card. That guy was ripped. Don't bring up old school wrestling to me right now.
This is
Little ravishing Rick Rude, maybe.
This is
That
getting
fucking
good.
stash.
If Sting didn't break his back in Japan,
Ooh, yeah.
Rick Rude, all-time body.
Listen,
You heard me.
well, listen. If
All
it wasn't
time.
for Rick Rude, you'd never have Val Venus.
No, Val Venus was like living Rick Rude's real life. Rick Rude was just banging chicks everywhere, all over the world.
Like
He's
I
like,
said, without Rick Rude, you'd have no Val Venus. Lakers, 28 free throws. Suns, 12. And they still lost.
Joey.
Oh, wait, that's because
Joey-
LeBron.
Joey
LeBron
thoughts?
Listen, because that's LeBron Whitaker saw 3 hoops, and this time he went for the front one.
Thoughts? Lakers in 5.
Most cringeworthy post-game interview ever. Well, when I was looking at the rim,
That's
I
not.
saw 3 rims, so I just shot at the middle one. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Oh God, I know.
I
The
mean,
cliches are just like
It's almost like
cliches.
that's almost like the Paul Pierce. Like, did you call backboard? Did you call bank? Nah, I call game.
Shut up.
So you mean you closed your eyes and threw the ball in there and it went in? Oh, you good, son? You good? The fuck out of here.
it's
I want stripper Paul Pierce back. I don't care about what Paul Pierce is doing right now.
He hasn't ended up anywhere.
well, no, because I think he's probably trying to let this whole thing kind of go away.
Well, doesn't he have like a non-compete for like 90 days?
Oh, is that what it is? In
I'm
the
pretty sure
sports gaming?
ESPN usually has a contract with you, like non-compete clause for like 90 days, and
All
he's
right,
gonna
I get
start
that.
somewhere next season.
Did they
Somewhere
get
else.
ESPN got rid of Kenny Mayne?
He did his last Sports Center last night.
Yeah.
Oh, is that how he ended it with Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Oh, he told Aaron Rodgers, "Fuck you," live on air.
Yeah.
And walked off.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I know. I was
Rodgers.
so surprised that I was like, "Wow, Kenny Mayne's done. Holy shit!"
Well, they let him go because his contract was too much, right?
Well, they've just been
Well, the
cleaning
contract
house.
ran out, but dude, he's been there for what? 30
If you're an
years?
aging white male at ESPN, your days are numbered, bro.
he was there a long time.
Where's Kenny Mayne going? He's going somewhere else.
He's going home.
What, he going Barstool?
Going home.
What's home?
Retiring.
No, he's not retiring. He's too young.
Guy, Kenny Mayne has probably made.
All these guys.
Dude, he has made some buku fucking money off ESPN.
Dude, these guys don't know how to turn it off. Look at Dan Patrick. Look at the Van Pelt. Look at all those guys.
Yeah, but
Well,
Dan
Van Pelt still
Patrick
works.
turned it into something.
I know, but
Yeah, the DP show was great.
they-
for
That's
like
what I'm saying,
They
dude. Like,
always do
7-8
something
years.
else. They can't just turn it off all of a sudden. They go somewhere else and do something. He'll probably go to Barstool and do like a skit like during the football season or some shit. Everyone goes to Barstool now. Everyone.
Nah, Kenny Mayne in golf is the best.
People go to golf.
That was hilarious with Kenny Mayne. Remember when he do the spoofs in golf?
Yeah. Kenny Mayne was great. I used to love the main event. It was like
Oh,
one of my-
absolutely.
It was like one of those things you looked forward to
You know
on
what?
Sunday mornings.
He'll probably go to Fox.
Oh God, I hope not.
He probably will. Fox will pick him up.
Terry?
I don't know. I don't
No,
think
not
that's
on
a
the
good
Sunday.
fit.
He'd be like that goof guy they bring in, like for like skits, like they do.
Yeah, they could probably do that. I liked Kenny Mayne too.
I like Kenny Mayne.
I thought he was good, but what do I know? I'm
Listen,
just-
it's ESPN. He'll be back in 6 months when they're like, shit, we need him.
No, they won't.
No.
Look what they did with Boomer.
ESPN,
Chris Berman
dude,
was
is-
gone, and then they were like, hey, Berman, we need
I
you
don't know
back.
what's going on at ESPN, but their ratings are way down.
Dude,
Everything
the
is way down.
subscriptions
The subscriptions-
exploded through the floor.
Yeah, they're hemorrhaging money right now.
Well, the only reason
They're Disney. They're not.
they're Disney,
Well,
so the
ESPN
reason why
but
their
ESPN,
but this
they'll
is just
get
it.
carried. I'm not saying they're going out of business, but they'll
Their
get carried,
subscriptions
but-
went down because of the bundle.
Yeah, but no. Even before the bundle, like the subscriptions probably went
The
up
bundle
because
room?
because of the Disney Plus. But subscriptions just to ESPN for like all those articles and shit like that, like no one was doing that anymore. Everyone's just like, fuck, I'll go to Twitter. Twitter.
Twirl.
I go to Twitter.
Ah. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
All right. Before we get off basketball talk, can we play the Charles Barkley video?
Oh,
I just
yes,
want to laugh.
Absolutely.
I just want to laugh
So
so
Charles
much.
Barkley in the post game after Memphis won their game had some choice words to say
Now, I love how Charles
to a
Barkley
Canadian-born player.
never gets in trouble for always talking about gambling on air and how he bets.
He doesn't
It's
play in
not
the league
baseball.
anymore.
I know, but still.
But you cost us a
You know,
lot
when
of
you don't
money.
play, you can do it. It's when
But
play
you
do it.
cost us a lot of money tonight because we said on the fan do. But you cost us a lot of money tonight because we said on the fan do question was somebody from the United States and somebody from another country going to be the lead scorer. You're not from the United States.
No, I'm from Canada. I'm from up north.
Isn't that Dylan Brooks?
Man.
Hey, you know what? I did not know that, man, but you were fabulous tonight. Congratulations.
It's just like you're right. He can say like kind of whatever he wants at this point, and
Fucking
everybody
Chuck.
just knows it's just Chuck being Chuck.
Him and Shaq can literally say whatever they want to say on air, and they'll just be like, well, it's barbecue chicken.
Did you see Shaq? Like someone put like an outtake online. He walked into a Papa John's with that stupid wig.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, "What's up, bitch?" and then like everyone just started laughing, and he's like, "Oh, I can't say that." He walks back out. They go back in again. But like Shaq, Shaq, another dude, just does not give a fuck.
What is somebody going to say to Shaq?
He has fuck you money.
Not even just that. He's got fuck you size. Like,
True that.
What are you going to say to Shaq? Make Shaq don't do that.
I mean, remember the
Hey, say it like this.
I mean, come on, man.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
Shaq gave us the beauty of, "Hey, Kobe, tell me how my ass tastes."
This is true.
You know, like that had to still be one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen in my entire life. Even though it pained me for the reasons it happened. But
Chuck is Chuck. Like, that dude talks shit against Larry Bird, Michael Jordan. Like, he talks shit against the best shit talkers in basketball.
But we need to take care of Chuck's massively out of shape, and
Chuck's in better shape now than he's been in a long time.
I know, but he
God, you forget when Chuck was like 400 pounds, bro.
I know, but like still, I want him to get like a little bit slimmer.
his golf swing's still all sorts of fucked up.
I need
He got
him
a little better.
A little bit, not by much.
I need him to be like
Still hilarious
around
to
for a
watch.
lot longer in basketball because I love all his
Dude,
shit
Chuck's
so
only
much.
like 52.
Dude, I don't know. I don't trust the way he drinks and eats. You're gonna wake up like
Again.
Charles Barkley, massive heart attack. I'm like,
Again, you
Shocker.
also remember
Saw that
he used to
coming.
be 400 pounds.
exactly.
So, like, he's in a lot better shape than he was. Guy, you remember his last year with the Rockets?
yeah,
do
he
you
was
remember-
not 400 pounds.
Do you remember his
He
last? No.
epitomized the
Listen.
round mound of rebounds.
Dog, he epitomized the I can't jump higher than Ben Cavallo rebounds. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I remember
if you can't jump higher than beef
Listen,
hits, you got
I
problems.
remember the last time, his last game, he was injured and they like came back for 2 games, and they played him for 2 minutes in his final. Like he knew he was retiring after. It was like he just couldn't do it. The back couldn't do it no more, right? My boy took 8 shots in 2 minutes and hit the last one. So and as soon as he hit the shot, they called a timeout. They made a foul. They got him out the game, and he retired. Like he gave his waves, blah blah. Bro, that was probably one of the most cringe-worthy things I've ever seen in my life. It reminded me like in high school, like when you got like a senior that's been there for 4 years and he was the ball boy, and they're like, "All right, man, you can't really play, but here, take a shot." And the whole team walks away, and the kid hits the shot. I was like, "Oh my god, yeah!" Bro, that was Charles Barkley in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Like Carmelo was just like, "I won't guard you, Chuck. Don't worry about it. Here you go, man. Take that
Karl
shot."
Malone says.
Legit. He was like, "I'll give you this one on the mailman."
Remember when Jimmy Kimmel used to do blackface and do Karl Malone on The Man Show?
No, they actually deleted all those now.
Yeah, I know.
The Man Show didn't exist. Didn't you know that?
Yeah.
Joe Rogan talks about it sometimes.
Oh yes, he does. Man Show was a great fucking show.
Oh, no, it was Joe Rogan and somebody else. It was like the other weird guy, that tiny man. Adam Carolla and Jimmy Kimmel were the original
Adam
Man
Carolla
Show.
and Jimmy
But
Kimmel.
Joe Rogan and the other dude, I can't remember his name at all.
Oh,
He
they had like the third guy, like the Glenn Humplick kind of guy, right?
No, this guy took over for Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, because I was saying they had the Fox.
Joe
on.
Rogan-
I was
Listen,
looking at
after
that,
after Kimmel was gone, I didn't
and
watch it
Carolla,
anymore.
yeah. Carolla and Kimmel left at the same time, but then it became
Yeah.
Joe Rogan and somebody else, and that's when Joe Rogan had hair.
Yeah,
Wait, was Joe Rogan Ben
when it was
Stein?
AC and Kimmel, I used to watch that religiously.
Yeah.
Man Show was great.
Oh, it was. Girls jumping on trampolines? It's classic. It was
When
beautiful.
they pay those girls to go up to random like guys on like the boardwalk, and they'd go into the dressing room to change, and like, "Can you stand and hold my clothes?" And the guy smells her underwear and stuff like that. I'm like, my man is desperate.
Yeah, it was. What was the? They had that funny little fat kid there. You just go up and like ask people to buy him beer.
No,
and
that was
shit.
Milanakis.
Oh, was that Andy Milonakis?
Yes, he was already like 20.
Yeah, he was like I forget he was like a midget, right?
Yeah, he's like 40
And he
something,
just
but
looks
he has
mad young.
Yeah.
like he has like all kinds of mental health issues
It's like
now.
reverse-
No, the best was
like
when they used.
Benjamin
Don't you
Button
remember they used to do the dating advice?
Yes.
They'd call up and they do like the sex advice on
Yeah.
on air.
Yeah.
Bro, that shit was hilarious.
It was a great show.
It was a great show.
Jimmy Kimmel can't be. Jimmy Kimmel had to scrub that from all places now.
That's
though.
when he dated Sarah Silverman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's another one. Fucking
Psycho.
Psychopath. Fucking unhinged lunatic.
She used to be hilarious though.
Used to be.
And hot.
She used to be hilarious though. Now she opens up
She
her
still
mouth
is
and
hot.
like, whoa.
No, she's gone a whole other way. She's been like, no, I was very wrong to do that early in my career.
That's what I'm saying. She opens up her mouth and it's like,
okay,
you're
okay,
not
okay.
even funny anymore. Just stop. Just stop. That's why you love the Bill Burrs of the world.
Oh, Bill Burr's awesome.
I'll never fucking change. Why should I fucking change? It's not my fault you got soft. I'm like,
Oh,
yeah.
Saturday Night Live, his stand-up from like 2 months ago. White women, take your seat as racist next to the white men. Take your seat and like it. You're right there with us.
It's so fucking funny.
I love Bill Burr.
If anybody
Bill
hasn't
Burr's the
seen
man.
just his epilogue from Saturday Night Live from
Oh
this
my
year.
God, yes.
It's like 6 or
Yeah,
7
it was-
minutes.
it was pretty
And he
classic.
just rips into white women.
Yeah, big time.
And
It was
he's
awesome.
like, you guys are the worst worst monsters in history. It's white women.
Yep. Yeah, that was fucking funny.
And
That
just
was
think, and that's on
classic.
cable. Now, if you like that, watch any of his specials
Yeah, really.
that are not cable.
No, when obviously the world's opening back up. He goes on tour. I'm checking off. I want to see Patriots game. I want to see Bill Burr. I have things I want to do. And if
I
he
don't
goes,
care about the Patriots
he goes
game,
to
but I'll go with
Foxwoods-
you to watch Bill Burr.
Dude, he goes
Fuck
to
yeah.
Foxwoods and he sells that place out like that whole open, whatever the hell they call
Mm-hmm.
it. Dude, that is the best.
Chappelle's coming to Foxwoods.
I
this
saw that.
month, I
Ju-
think.
yeah, but-
Chappelle's voice is gone.
It's
Yeah.
Olivia's birthday weekend. I can't do it.
I was gonna go, but
It's $300 fucking dollars
It
a
ain't worth
ticket.
that and Foxwoods was still wicked lame about the
anymore.
mask shit.
Not
Nope.
anymore. But
Well, it was when I was about to buy the tickets.
So Friday night at midnight, I think they had like a post like all geared up. They're like, as of this moment on, no masks are required. It's like it's midnight. Who's there?
Dude,
Besides
this-
like Asians playing like
Memorial
Blackout.
Memorial Day weekend is gonna be lit.
except it's gonna be rainy and cold.
That's why everyone's gonna be
Is
at Foxwoods.
Yeah, it's supposed, Saturday's supposed to rain till like the afternoon. And
Dude.
it's
Oh,
only
that's
gonna be like a high of like 58.
Sunday's supposed to be nice. That's the day I'm
Yeah,
playing
but it's only
golf.
gonna be high
Did
as
either
60.
of you go to Foxwoods during COVID?
No.
No.
So I went with my wife last year, and the funniest thing, like you walk through like the pie gow tables and like that, and the mask of like everyone at the table is like this. Over just the nose, the mouth is fully exposed. They're like, oh yeah, that number right there. I'm like, COVID just running rampant in this place right now because no one's doing anything.
Yeah, but they have the good filter because they filter out all the smoke. So
No,
they
but
go up the filter.
no, they didn't bother people in certain rooms. If I sat next to my wife at a machine and I was sitting in a chair that was like plastic barricaded off, they're like, "Oh, you can't sit there." And I'm not trying to stop fights with anybody. I'm like, "All right, my bad. It's my wife." But you couldn't sit at a machine. But yeah, there's a guy wearing a nose blocker like this. He's like, "I'm protected." It makes no sense.
I still see people like riding. Like I saw a woman today riding her bike in Fairhaven by herself
Oh, please,
with a
dude.
mask on. I'm like,
It's like people are doing like elevation training. Like,
yeah. I'm like, what are you people doing?
Unless
dude?
you're physically going to Colorado on a bike race or a running track, there's no reason for you to be doing what you're doing.
No, none. I'm just glad that we weren't stupid enough to have fallen for that meme. So
Now, Joey, did you ever train with an elevation mask?
no, I'm not a tryhard.
So you weren't ahead of COVID like
But
a
you
lot
were
of
a
our
gym hero.
athletes.
I'm definitely a gym hero.
Oh hell, fucking yeah.
Yeah.
Team handball, baby.
Fuck yeah.
You gotta bounce it when you're in the circle.
Yeah. Nope. 1 foot off the floor.
Yeah. Oh, let's be real. The most gym hard you ever seen us in school is fucking Birdie.
Oh,
The
bro.
Birdie nets came up, bro, and you were playing badminton
Everybody
in fucking
went
high school.
all out
Guy
for
was like,
badminton,
"Oh,
dude.
we got Agassi versus Sampras, motherfucker. Let's
Dude.
go."
I don't know about you guys, but it felt like a home run derby every time they broke out those things. Like
Listen,
no one even.
The home run derby, that was a different level of competition. All right, that was just shit talkers are us.
No,
I'm
with the
sa-
birdies, I'm saying everyone just like,
Oh
and
no,
they'd be gone.
no. The birdies, we were smashing on
Yeah.
motherfuckers. Like we were literally.
yeah.
Oh no, we were sitting. We were like, "Oh, this dude's gonna lay it up in the air. I'm gonna put it in his face."
Dude,
They're playing Wii U.
my senior year, me and my buddy Joey, we won the tournament. We beat Miss Lack.
Oh, it was
For the
me
championship.
and Junior were nasty.
We beat Miss Lack. She was pissed. She broke her racket and everything.
Oh,
Coach
they said
Black
she
was
broke
good.
her back.
She was.
She was
She was
good.
not happy about losing.
No.
And somebody goes, "Oh, come on, Miss Lack, be a good loser." And that was the first time I ever heard somebody say, "Show me a good loser, and I'll show you a loser." And I was like,
You're like, you know what? She's right.
I have never heard of
If
a
you're
more
not
true
first, you're
statement
last. If you're not
in my
first,
entire life.
you're
She
last.
was Vin Diesel before Vin Diesel.
She lived her life a quarter
Speaking
mile
of Vin
at a time.
Diesel, how fucking awful is it they made another Fast and the Furious movie?
Dude, they have like 2 more queued up. Surprise, surprise.
So what? They're gonna bring. So John Cena's in this one. So is Hulk Hogan gonna be the bad? Is that Dad?
Oh, did you speak of John Cena?
Freaking
Did you see?
racism.
Is Hulk Hogan gonna be Dad?
Did you see? Speaking of cringe, did you see the John Cena's apology?
John
Because he
Cena
called
apologized?
Taiwan a country, and he had to come out and apologize to China and like all this other shit. Oh, look it up, Google it when you get home.
Was this recently?
Like just yesterday.
Shut the
Called
hell up.
Taiwan a country.
Yep, he referred to Taiwan as a country, and then he had to go on the defensive and apologize
Why?
because
not a country.
Because he's a limousine liberal, bro. You can't piss off China. Because I think the Chinese people were like, "Oh yeah, well, we're not going to carry your movie in China then. And he was like, I'm so sorry.
He was
I'm
like,
so
no,
sorry.
I like
Please."
money. I like
Oh
money.
no, yeah, he has Suicide Squad 2 and a show Peacemaker.
Suicide Squad 2 is really upsetting me.
Why?
Because they don't have the people you want in it.
Well, yeah, they can't
Why?
because DC sucks.
Always
Bingo.
has.
Yahtzee.
All right, boys, let's put a cap in this.
We got really off track, but that was kind of fun.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was good.
Is there any more videos I queued up there? I feel like we're missing one.
No, I think that was it.
No.
That was it.
Well, shit.
Well, let's take a look.
Well, we can just play this one. one
Let's
more time.
take a look-see. Are you going to play the squeefy?
Oh God.
That's it. 900. It's not upside down. That's not 600. I was thinking wedge, maybe.
No, that was all.
Like, it's not ever gonna get unfunny to me.
Yeah.
Never. But anyway, thank you everybody for joining us. We appreciate it. Make sure you like and share this video. Give us a like over on Row One Seat One Facebook page, and check out row1seat1.com. We've been slacking on the website, but we'll be getting that back going shortly here. With some new content for you guys. Hopefully some more video content.
No.
What?
Right before we go up there, Josina Anderson, who's like
Yeah.
put interesting ellipses, which means she has breaking news, but she's not saying anything just yet, as of 5 minutes ago.
Oh, that's the ESPN chick, right,
God,
Justina?
yeah, but she's close with like
Oh, I know
Julio
she is.
and shit.
Mhm.
Fuck. All right, well, we'll see what happens.
We will.
Did
We
she
will
put
see.
Is that Belichick walking?
That's my.
Is that Belichick music?
Oh, you put that underneath it?
No, I use that for everything.
I-
Like my wife will text me, and she'll just be like, "How's your morning going?" And I just put. And she's like, "Why are you sending me this?"
Really, because that's how my fucking morning feels, okay?
Because that's how this is going, bitch.
This is my son.
Barbecue
This is
chicken.
my son walking into the kitchen in the morning.
Or your
Give
son.
me Oreos.
Like this, where's my bacon?
Yeah. Or the
Loves bacon.
The look on your son's face when my dog popped his ball the other day.
My God. My son was heartbroken. Hands on his hips, eyes watering.
He looked like that disappointed soccer fan.
How you going to
Oh.
do that? That Indian-looking guy, whatever his
Yeah.
name is? Yeah. But except he was crying.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Or like the meme with the dude that's on the swing and then he's on the bench and then he's looking out the window.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Oh, the sad narcos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
I have
wait.
the little vinyl figure downstairs of that. Actually, it's really funny.
Give me 1 second. I have to cue up the outro music as we're leaving.
Oh, we have.
It's not that one.
No, obviously.
I also missed softball on Sunday this week too. By the way,
Why'd you miss softball?
I can't swing, so.
Because you were at my house.
Oh, that's why you missed it?
Well, I had. Yeah,
You could have brought Sean. He
Could've.
says he's always wanted to check it out.
You should come
No,
down.
I-
Do
I
we have a game
practiced on the
Sunday?
one.
I don't know.
It's a Memorial Day weekend, so I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Oh yes.
Oh, Yokozuna. We forgot about that.
I didn't.
And
Mr.
on that note-
Fuji.
And we'll leave you with this. Which we will talk about next week because we forgot to talk about it tonight. But thank
is
you
this
everybody
guy's
for
theme
joining
music.
us. I am Joey Fats. With me as always, Mr. Sean Betancourt. Darkness. We will be back next Tuesday night, 8 o'clock, and we will see you then. Peace.
you